we're just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Go ahead and keep telling us.
It's still all about the he said, she said bullshit.
Yep. And then what comes after that?
Who?
Eddie, how
think you better-
confused are you?
I think you better quit talking that
Who?
shit.
What?
Punk's coming
What's
in.
happening?
Yeah, something like that. I think you should change your hat color though. Do you have a
Yeah,
red cap?
I have one somewhere. I don't know where it went though.
I got a cap. It's a Session 0 cap. Only a certain amount of dollars.
You're jumping the gun there. All right.
Yeah.
Well, no. Hello, hi. We're live. We're gonna get back to Dane reciting the lyrics of "Break Stuff" by the most brilliant band ever to exist, Limp Bizkit. We'll get back to that soon. However, hi. Welcome to our team bonding. We have our very beautiful and lovely friends here. We're missing a couple, but that's why we're doing this. So, would you guys like to say hello one at a time? Do you want to do that? All right, go ahead. Go, Eddie.
No, I don't want to say hello. Oh shit, I said it. Okay.
All right, Serena.
Hello.
And Dane.
Hey, I guess.
Hey.
Hope you guys like Limp Bizkit. You're gonna be hearing about it a lot.
We should try to make at least one Limp Bizkit reference with everything we decided. Oh no, don't leave, Kyle. All right, so
Bye, Kyle.
we're gonna do a little bit of hanging out. We have some topics we wanted to discuss. We have our friend here, Booch, who has been with us every single week. He's been giving us some things to talk about, and I think we want to actually just take some time and actually focus on that tonight. So that's what we're gonna end up doing. But first, before we do anything, I want to thank some of our sponsors. Starting with Band of Badgers. They are a Twitch and YouTube streaming community that you can join them on Discord and potentially get into one of the games. They started with bringing on content creators and have now merged that to pretty much anybody that wants to be featured on the stream. So go check them out. They play a bunch of different games, not just D&D or Pathfinder, but more. How about that? How about more?
Nice.
And also the initiative order, pretty much the same sort of thing, but they focus solely on their community. Definitely go over, check out their Discord channel, join one of their games, 2 of their games, 6 of their games. They have tons of different DMs and GMs and storytellers that are always trying to run new stuff for new people. And they actually like to focus more on things that aren't just Dungeons & Dragons Path. They want to find the stuff that aren't as well known. So if you are interested in playing something random and obscure, then definitely go check that stuff out. And if you want to play Dungeons & Dragons, still go check them out because they have that. And lastly, and definitely least, like I say every week, Session 0 is a Dungeons & Dragons inspired clothing company that I own. Thank you, Dane. We just put out a couple things. A couple weeks ago we did the Feywild shirt just before the Witchlight release. And then this past Friday I put out some windbreakers, some jackets, and a hat. Edward, do you have that hat right there by any chance? Because mine is downstairs.
No, it's right here. Just gotta reach.
For spooky season, it was a nightmare jacket and a black on black hat that is very hard to see on stream, so you're just gonna have to
Hold on, watch this. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. You see it?
No.
Oh, that's worse.
That's much worse, Eddie.
That was the worst thing you could have
There
done.
was a dice. There's a dice with a 0 on it.
You mean to die?
What did I say? Dice.
Take his word for it. There's something there. Oh, you can kind of see it.
It's
Wait, lean
almost there.
forward. No, move your hands.
Yeah, perfect. Now it's perfect. Now it's perfect.
It's kind of there. Hold on.
Hey.
Wait, I think I have a flashlight. Hold on.
Anyone that's looking for someone to help with product placement, Eddie is the guy to do it.
There it is.
That is
That
not
is
even a
perfect.
flashlight.
That light is,
That's a
that light-
it is a flashlight. It's just a black light.
that's purple.
It's yeah. Okay. All right. Take two. Ready? This is the light. It'll blast my Do you see it? Is it there?
Blaster cache? No,
Oh
it's
my God.
completely
Is
blocked.
that better?
So
Oh,
the
God.
long story short is don't
Oh.
waste your money on the black on black hat that you can't see. Apparently, so,
Yeah, because apparently if you buy it, Ryan won't ship it to you. So
yeah. Well,
Oh wow.
anyway, so other than that, we have a Discord channel, we have a YouTube channel, we're Twitch affiliates. I don't think I said anything at all about that last week. So if you have Dane just did it. If you have your free month subscription that is available to you right now, everyone, if you are an Amazon subscriber, you get 1 month free to subscribe to your favorite Twitch channel. Make us your favorite and subscribe down in the bottom.
and
right.
then you can dab
And then you can do your dabs.
specifically for the dabs.
Yeah.
All
Some
the
people
dabs.
can just do it naturally. Yeah.
Gotta make some more emojis.
Oh my god, yeah. We gotta do the one where it's me with me in the sweatshirt trying to like move like progressively lower or whatever. I was like, do you remember when I had the hood up and I was all snugged up?
Oh, the chat bubble thing that I have saved for you.
I don't know, probably.
I have that at the ready. We can use that for whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna
Put that
say
on a shirt.
it was your idea.
It's whose idea? Dane's?
Yeah, it was his idea.
I think it was mine. That was my original idea for
hmm
You'll have to
for
send it
making
again.
something.
You'll have
Yeah.
to send
Yeah.
it again. But I'm sure we can come up with something. Are all of our emojis? Let's discuss this. Are all of our emojis going to be Eddie based?
I hope so.
Yeah, they should 100% should be. I'm a little character.
Just a little lad.
Just a little lad.
What
God
level are
damn
you?
it. A little, I mean, I don't know, fucking enough. I say that at work as a joke all the time, and it's like, it really damns myself. It really does. No one takes me seriously. They shouldn't, but it's like,
Do you think we take you seriously?
oh fuck, that's a good point. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
All right. So, before we do anything else, Serena,
Yeah,
you're painting a miniature.
I am.
What are you painting? You want to show us? I want to talk about it.
He's like this. I don't know if he'll focus. Hang on.
What's up?
Maybe put it in front of your
Come on.
microphone like it before because it was focusing then.
That
No.
guy with that's
It's a
cool.
It's a
Scarecrow guy?
scarecrow.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't think this is gonna work.
The
Oh,
scarecrow
dude.
with a scythe.
Don't focus on my face, camera. Focus on the mini.
I haven't had this horseman miniature that I bought last year. That I just remembered just now that I should do that next time for stream.
I've had this guy for like 3 years. I painted him before. I have a different version that I did with the fuck off.
Wait, oh no.
I did it with the 3 color challenge on TikTok. So I only used 3 different bottles of paint to paint him, and it was horrendous. Don't ever do that to yourself.
Kyle said, "Break out the Eddie bingo cards to show how seriously we take him."
Yeah, I just read that too.
Basically sums it up.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So while we were hanging out, I'm gonna probably ask you, Serena, to show us your progress, and maybe not too often because it doesn't really like to focus, but we'll see what
Doesn't
happens.
like it. We'll see. I'll see if I can make it work.
It's a
If
weird
it's-
feeling, like not being asked that and stuff, like not being on the painting side. Super weird feeling.
It's
Well,
also-
you could be painting.
Yeah,
You
but I'm
know.
tired. It's not
Someone just decided not to. Maybe I
It's
could be
not-
painting.
not the
Okay,
What I
don't
can
worry
do?
about
Hang on, let me
It's
see.
next
Let
week.
me see. 1 second. I have a different webcam set up. There
Oh.
we go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Ah,
There. This is where we're at right now.
very nice.
Eddie,
He's
look how
upside
nice it
down,
looks
so,
when
like-
somebody's hand isn't in the way.
Shut
There
the
we
fuck up,
go.
Ryan.
Did
Did I ask you your opinion? I'm sure I didn't.
That is
You know
really
what?
sick.
That is
That's
the second
awesome.
one. No, shit. Yeah.
There's definitely way more detail than I had imagined for being in that. That's awesome.
This is the one I did for the 3 color challenge.
Whoa, that one's really
That still looks sick.
good.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That one's good.
Hell yeah.
Anyways,
So, what would you guys like to? What do you want our jump off to be? What do you guys want to talk about? What'd you guys do this week?
I went to the dentist.
Ooh,
Oh.
you get a nice deep clean.
No, I got fillings.
Oh, yikes. So,
Well, I got fillings replaced, so they had to remove the old fillings and put in new fillings.
They got
gross.
wait.
That's
Really?
that's like that bad deep.
That's a
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
What?
Mhm.
Oh god. Oh,
I remember
no.
when I was younger, I had fillings, and I pulled one out when I was chewing gum, I was like 10 years old.
Yikes.
That
It
must
super
hurt.
sucked. What about you, Eddie? What'd you do this week? How was school?
What? You mean work?
I mean, yeah.
Well, you're a child,
How
so
was the school?
Nice.
How
Very
was,
cool.
how was school, kiddo? Did you learn
Well,
anything?
no. I learned I hate you. Very busy. I had my math certification training, which literally was all day. I didn't expect that. That was long, but it was actually dirt easy. So now I'm certified to give medication to children. That's pretty cool. Can't wait to fuck that up. And then and I had to take the test the day after, and I also had a half day the same day as my test. That was cool. I had to have other people cover for me because it went in the way of like the shifts or whatever. And I came to visit like when my test was done, and apparently it was so smooth without me. It's just like, all right, cool, because I mean I can quit and there'll be nothing wrong.
I mean, you can quit whenever. but
That's true.
We don't have to
I
talk
know you
about
want to. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that. You talk about it constantly. And then today, I went and played some tennis, which I was very excited about because I like tennis a lot, and I never got to play it in years. I fucking slammed because I'm a god.
that. Yeah.
No, it's because my friends are like not like in shape, so it's like playing against a toddler almost. That's not true. They were doing pretty decent.
Eddie, do you sport? Do you play sports?
No, see, that's what it is. I don't really.
Just tennis.
Yeah, I did ping pong a lot when I was younger. Like in high school, I did a lot of ping pong. And I played baseball and soccer growing up, but I was bad at both of those. Pretty bad. But ping pong was actually not terrible, and tennis I'm also not terrible.
I'm not sure they consider ping pong is it a sport?
Sure. Like, I mean, I would, I guess. I can do little tricks. I can spin the ball. Ain't that fun? I think that's fun.
Is that what
you can-
qualifies something as a sport? Being
No.
able to spin the ball?
No, it's just a fun. It's a rock fact.
There it is.
Yeah, and but I stopped playing ping pong in high school because I straight up like some of the kids, they were so fucking mean to me for no reason. It was like, so I just like they would straight up hit me with the paddles.
Oh.
Like straight up got
What?
100% bullied. Yeah,
Aw.
at a ping pong club.
Guys, I think we have to stop bullying Eddie. He already got too much in high school.
Yeah, it was.
I have to have a
awful.
conversation with Dylan.
I played
Shape
tennis.
shaming.
I played tennis in high school, only until I played all the practices just to go and hang out with my friends, and then right before the first like game or match or whatever, I quit playing tennis.
Dude, we should
That
play
with
tennis.
rugby.
Yeah. I did it. I also did golf. I went to golf camp. My mom dropped me off at golf camp. I think it was like a 2-week thing. Maybe it was a week. I don't really remember. But she would drop me off over at like the golfing green over 20 minutes away from here. And I would go and I would learn all these new techniques and then go home every day. And I learned nothing.
Dude, we should play golf and tennis. What the heck? You didn't tell me any of this.
I did just say that I learned nothing.
Doesn't matter. We should play. I have a golf club, a bunch of golf clubs that I inherited like a while back.
Basically, doesn't matter. Let me
have-
beat you.
I have golf club.
I have golf clubs.
I have golf club.
5 clubs. I got a bag.
I can have golf club.
I have golf clubs. That my grandpa my grandpa gave me. And Anthony has one, and I think my dad has one, but that's not the point. The point is we should play tennis at least because I like tennis.
Maybe when my shoulder starts feeling a little bit better.
Oh, that's never gonna happen. All right, you could have just said no.
No, I will. I'll do anything with you. Just I gotta
Oh.
get my
Gotta build up to it.
I threw out my rotator cuff at work. Remember
Oh,
playing
yeah, my dad did that recently.
at the 4th of July party? We were playing cornhole or something like that, and I had
Oh,
to
yeah.
play with my ice pack on because I
I
couldn't throw the
remember.
friggin' couldn't throw the bag.
Yeah, it's a little hazy because I was super drunk.
Yeah. Yo,
Yeah.
Eddie showed up at the Fourth of July party, right? And
All right.
I think Amanda showed up maybe 10 to 20 minutes after that, and he kept on going, "Jewel me," or
Yeah.
"Jewel
Yeah.
me."
Yeah.
What was it? What were you drinking?
don't-
Seltzer me.
Seltzer me, yeah. Seltzer me and Julie.
And within an hour, got so drunk. Not even an hour. Got
I
so
was
drunk.
pretty, yeah. 'Cause I haven't
Just
drank in,
drinking
like,
hard
a long time.
seltzers.
Yeah, I drink like 8 of them or something. I don't know.
You
We
could just
probably-
save up the whole
boys.
year to get tanked at 4th
Yeah.
of July and
Yeah, that's
almost
exactly
drown in
what
the pool.
Yes, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you not?
No. Don't.
I don't know if Eddie knows you're a straight edge.
Are you straight edge?
I
Really?
didn't know that.
Nice. Very
What's-
cool.
What's nice about that? It is very cool.
The little X.
You can't
that
do
was-
that. Don't do that again.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it because I'm not straight edge. I also yesterday someone called me a bad boy. They thought like straight up I was a bad boy type. I was like, you're so wrong.
You have to tell a story.
You
Yeah,
need to put
okay.
a little bit more context.
Yeah, there's
about
got to be a
So-
story.
who
Okay,
who
so I
said
guess
this and
full-
what
full attention.
environment was this in. Yeah, I'm locked in right now.
I was at Bonds Emporium, which is this card shop in Amsterdam, and one of the people who worked there, super nice. They're actually all really cool. But one of them, like, I saw around or whatever, and I taught them a couple times. And it was me and my friends were like actually talking to them for like 5 hours yesterday, and and we were playing in a tournament, and she was like, it's like, oh, you're always like seem like mad or something like that, like when you're on your phone or when you're playing a video game. Like, nah, I'm just shit up. Or like when playing card games or whatever, it's like, nah, I'm just focused and just tired. And she's like, I can't remember what the context was exactly, but it's like oh, like we was all of us talking, and it's like, oh, you seem like a bad boy. I'm like, I turn to Max and I go, don't correct her. It's like, yeah, I'm super furthest from the truth.
Now, how old is her? And are you guys boyfriend girlfriend right now?
No, it's not like that. No, not like that at all. She has a boyfriend. I think she's like, I actually don't even know how old she is. I think 20 or 21. I don't know. That's not the point. It doesn't matter. What matters is so like the complete wrong, like.
What were you? Hang on. What were you doing? I feel like you
Nothing.
you sped through the beginning part.
Okay,
You were
I'll
being
go
a
back. I'll
bad
go
boy.
back again. I'll go back again.
You were playing
I was-
Pokemon.
No, I was playing Digimon, idiot.
See,
Digimon
these are
is
important
bad
things.
boy.
So you were at a Digimon tournament.
Yeah, I was at Digimon tournament, and when I go to the Digimon tournaments on Saturdays with my friends, I'm very like quiet. I'm usually quiet like a lot of times anyway, but I'm especially quiet there because I'm usually like in like playing a game, or like I'll be on my phone or like playing with my Switch, so that way I don't get bored on my mind or read a book. So I'm usually like super quiet and focused on what I'm doing, so I don't like talk a lot. So I guess people just get the idea that I just don't talk a lot. Not a Digimon bad boy. Very cool, Dane.
Digimon
Very cool.
dog thing.
Yeah. But it's like, we were talking, and it's like, and pretty much the consensus is that I'm emo, because of everything I like. It's like super dark. I like half agree. I half agree that I'm not emo, but I think dark shit's really cool. I stand bad boy. Nice.
Eddie is 100% the bad boy of the competitive Digimon scene.
Amazing.
Yeah, no.
Very quality
like-
content.
I mean,
I would-
probably.
No.
I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to draw any inferences about the competitive Digimon scene, but
I mean, it's
Eddie,
a
I
pretty
think
low
you got a
bar.
shot.
Pretty low bar being the bad boy of Digimon. No, I'm just antisocial. That's what it is. I'm just like not. I'm not like.
I guess I'm a bad boy
going-
too then.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you'll walk in and then someone will think you're a bad boy for no fucking reason. um yeah, bad boy and emo. Emo bad boy. And like I was like, oh, we should put eyeliner on you. I'm like, what? No.
Did you let them?
No.
Do we have pictures?
No, I promise. If I ever get eyeliner on my face, I'll send you guys pics
Please.
immediately. 100%, I will.
I think when I was
It'll
in
never happen.
eighth grade, my hair, I had like the long hair. I was like in that phase, and I actually let my friends straighten my hair, and I think I'd put eyeliner on as well.
Nice.
Do you have pics?
Probably not. No.
That's unfortunate. I want to see that really
My
bad.
Chemical Digimon bad boy.
There it is.
My digital romance.
Yeah, there it is. Nice. We were talking about bands too, and My Chemical Romance is like my favorite one, so that's really unfortunate.
There it is. Dean, what about you? What'd you do this week?
Yesterday in Hartford, I saw Korn and Stained, which is the first concert that I've been to since pre-pandemic times, so that was a good time. And I was not busy being a Digimon bad boy, emo boy like Eddie, so I guess the bar's been set there. And then today we went and sat by the pool in our apartment complex because today is the last day that our pool is open, so they invited everyone to bring their dogs down to the pool, and there were a whole lot of dogs there. So it's pretty great.
Nice.
Cannot believe how many people were swimming in
A
that
lot.
pool.
Yeah. It's considerably warmer here than it is by you. So it was like
Which is
high 70s today. So,
crazy to me because it's only like what, 3-hour drive?
There you go.
2.5, yeah.
Oh, we
Okay,
went
now
down.
the look's complete. Now we're in.
There it is, the Session Zero jacket.
Yeah, the
Thanks.
new one.
That's
The
cool
night-
that, that a company that's
Like
as talked about on this stream, like Session Zero, is able to ship you your stuff in a timely manner, Eddie. That's probably what you get for being a bad boy.
Yeah. It's a bad boy bonus. It's a bad boy bonus. Bad boy bonus. That's 5 times fast. All right. Anyway, can you see the nightmare? Is it
No,
visible?
you can't see it at
No.
all.
Son of a bitch. All right. Is it now?
No.
It's stand
Up more.
I'm
Up.
not saying. Wait.
Oh.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Isn't that? Am
Walk
I good?
forward. Like
This is stupid.
there. No. Oh,
Right there?
fuck.
Right.
No.
Am I good now?
A little more.
How about now? This is really dumb. I feel like you saw like a long time ago. You just fucked with me. What?
Anyways, it's there.
There.
Yeah, that's why I have it because I.
Kyle
Because-
says, "What's the best
Because I was at his
MCR
house.
album, and why is it 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge and not Black Parade?"
Well, it is Black Parade, so nice try.
Wrong.
No, not
Damn.
wrong.
How does it feel to be like the softest bad boy?
Feels really good.
Like sweet bean bad boy.
Yeah, exactly. Furthest from bad boy like imaginable.
Bad boy status revoked.
Yeah, I probably should have kept that to myself. Whoops.
All right. So, where do you guys want to start? We had a couple of things we wanted to talk about. I believe we were going to discuss some favorite classes, maybe some character concepts, maybe discuss some modules. Anywhere you want to jump off? Eddie, you go. What do you want to? Where do you want to start? What's the first thing in your head right now?
I need a pee. No, I'm kidding. I'm thinking we can go talk about classes. And I typed in the word classes and not 5e. So now I went to Google Classroom. That's very good. Okay. I'm just gonna pick a random class and we can talk about it. Actually, you know what? Artificer. Artificer is cool.
Jeremy's here. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy. I played Alchemist once in Terry's game as an Artificer, and I actually super love Artificers now, and I really want to play another one again. Like they can do this thing where like every single time you long rest or short rest, I think it's long rest, you can like you roll a dice and you get like a random potion when you do that, and like you can like use that potion to fly, heal, or whatever. And you can like you can do a bunch of stuff with it, and then like you can use a level 1 slot to get another potion, which is really cool. I super love that class. And there's also the artillerist artificer that I want to try out because it shoots cannons, and we all know that cannons are the best, obviously.
Is that potion thing specific to the class, or is that a subclass thing?
It's subclass. It's the alchemist artificer. Like that's
Gotcha.
specifically alchemist. And then the artillerist summons cannons that they fire, and that's all they really do. That's not true. They do a little bit of other stuff, but that's essentially what they do.
I don't know really anything at all about artificers whatsoever.
You should try it. You can also like pretty much what the thing that all artificers get is that they can all like get magical items that like they have inbuilt in them, kind of. So like you can get like I'm trying to think of a good example of a magical item. You can get a bag of holding like for no reason, and you just have it forever. And you can like get more of them, I think, the more levels you go up. I mean, or you said that you think the items, like the item options, get better, or both. I don't know too much about artificer, but it's just like base of like what I know. Like very educated guess. But anyway, like you can have 2 magic or 3 magic items at level 7 or something like that, and that combined with making potions was really, really fun. And the Full Metal Alchemist references was pretty on point, because every single time I would like do a spell or something, I would do the clap from Full Metal Alchemist. It was really satisfying to do. It was I loved it. It was so fun. Anyone got any other thoughts on Artificer?
No, 0 thoughts at all.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I've never played. There is an Artificer in my other game right now. They're very entertaining. They have 2 pet spider robot thingies. I don't know, but it might be a weird subclass that we're using. I'm not sure, but they're pretty cool.
Replicate. Using this infusion, you replicate a particular ad. You can learn this infusion multiple times. Each time you do so, choose a magic item and make with it, picking from the replicable items list. The table's title tells you the level you must be in the class to choose an item from the table. Alternatively, you can choose the magic item from among the common magic items in the game, not including potions or spells. So yeah, at level 2, you can replicate a bag of holding.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And I also got like a homunculus, like as a thing, like one of the magical items, I think. And it's like having like a familiar, but like a little bit better, kind of. But it was super on theme. I just super love the alchemist in general. I think that's like the coolest class, like right now. But then there's the artillerist, and then there's the armorer, I think it's called. And
yeah,
that one,
I just started looking at the armor, and like immediately I'm like, all right, this is tight.
Yeah, you get like thunder gauntlets if you want, and like you essentially become a Power Ranger, which is the single best idea in the world. It's I love that artillerist. Because you get magical armor that you can I'm trying to think of the word I want to use.
You can basically make any armor your like arcane armor and just ignore the strength requirement for it.
Yeah, and like you can like form it around yourself like a Power Ranger. It's really cool.
You make your helmet appear and disappear at will.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love the armor. I haven't played it yet. I want to play all the artificer subclasses because they're all so cool.
That sounds really sick.
Yeah, it's like you want to be a Power Ranger. All right, here's how you do it. It's more of an Iron Man suit rather than Power Ranger. That actually is not wrong. That is you can be an Iron Man.
Eldritch Cannon.
Yeah, is the Eldritch Cannon the artillerist, or is that part of the
artillerist? Yeah,
I thought so.
Flamethrower.
Yeah, you can have a flamethrower. You can have like a shield mode thing in one of them, and that one's pretty good because it makes your AC pretty high, I think. I remember the base. Battlesmith.
Shield Defender.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Artificers are rad. I think they're really, really cool. So it's like you can want to be Iron Man or a Power Ranger or whatever you want, or Saint Seiya.
When did this one come out? Was it before Tasha's?
Artificer?
Yeah.
I think it came out at Tasha's. Like that's a Tasha's like new class entirely. Like all three were in Tasha's.
You're right.
That's right. I know my stuff.
I was wondering if it came out before to see if it had alternate options like the other classes do.
Yeah. Oh, and there it is. Pull out your cards.
We're already a few
Yeah,
things
Eberron
deep
book
into the
first.
card.
Yeah, you got the dab.
That's what I thought, Kyle. It was in the Eberron book first, which makes me think
Damn it.
there's the second Eberron book that Keith Baker wrote. I think we've talked about it a little bit, but it lets you do the Circle of the Forge, I think, something like that, and it lets Warforged be druids, and when they wild shape, they stay in their Warforged form. So it's like Transformers Animorphs. Not Animorphs, Transformers
Beast Wars?
Beast
Is that what
Wars.
it was?
Very, very sick. Super into that concept. But it's not a part of Wizards of the Coast yet. I'm hoping eventually it makes it available. You can only get that one on the DMs. Anyway, what about you, Serena? What's your favorite class? Or a class that you want to play?
Well, I'm partial to warlocks for play. I seem to always revert back to them, but I've always wanted to play a rogue because I haven't played one yet, and they seem like fun.
You're playing a rogue
Yeah, you
now.
have
What are
a
you
rogue.
talking
What do you
about?
I know, right? She's the stealthiest of rogues.
Dude, I want to like try out a lot of the martial classes now, like because ever since me and Anthony fought that beholder, like like the ability, like the beholder looks at you, you lose all your magic, and I'm like, wow, I really wish I was like not a wizard or not a paladin, strictly because I'm gonna get whacked. That fight was rough without magic.
Serena, what is it about warlocks that you like?
I think I like the fact that they're a caster class, but they're fairly simple to play. And they have a lot of damaging spells, but right now my Gloomstalker Ranger is multi-classed as also a warlock, which has been very entertaining.
Now,
Yeah.
here's my thing though. I don't really understand warlocks.
Okay. What don't you understand?
Yeah, it's a very simple
The two
concept.
spell
Yeah.
slot thing.
But you also get them back at the end of a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, so
yeah, and
and
that's
it
your
just
main
gets
way.
better and better and better as you
With
level
your
up.
invocations. And plus two, the nice thing about only having a few spell slots is that they all scale to the highest level that your slots can be. So if
Yeah.
your slots are third level, you can never cast a scalable spell like lower than that. So
Right.
Alright.
But they're not for everybody, obviously. So
Well, when I have a character named Zambanala, and
Hmm.
when I first created him, he was a warlock, but he was a celestial warlock. Whatever one heals, so that's the celestial one.
I think so, yeah.
okay.
I basically was playing him as though he got his warlock powers, and then instead of doing all the dark evil stuff with it, he just started using it to like heal people, and annoyed his patron so much that she transferred his pact to someone else, so that way she didn't have to deal with him anymore.
Fair. And also hilarious.
That's the only time I ever played a warlock.
Slimy yet satisfying.
I mean, yeah, it's out of
Yeah, it is.
Lion King when Simba's eating bugs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about you, Dane? I think I know the answer, but
That's tough. I mean, I'm glad that at this point I've been able to play, I think, a little bit of everything in some form or another. Some classes I've had a lot more time to play as to get a little bit more used to it, especially at like higher level. Warlock's always been fun to play, like that side of things about like making a pact and having that kind of work in with, building who your character is. I always thought was interesting. Plus the elvish invocations that you can get can really help diversify you, so that way not every warlock is exactly the same. I mean, the one I'm sure you're talking about, my monk.
Yeah.
monk
As I was like,
I
I think I know what you're going to talk about. I was pulling up the monk characters.
Yeah, monks are just such a utility character. They're so much fun.
I didn't realize their speed scaled up so much.
Oh yeah, they get fast.
Oh.
And especially then if you start using like Step of the Wind and actually using dash as your bonus action, like you're fast.
What class has what race has 35 of them?
Something does. Half elves have? Not half. Wood elves. I think wood elves might have 35.
They might. Well, yeah, so we're talking about races, I think. Wait, does the new bunny one get 35 feet?
Point.
Oh, it's a Baxi, I think. It's, I think it might have something.
I haven't gone 30.
It is 30? That's silly. Well, it should be more, but whatever. Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, you get to play a bunny at normal speed and you like it.
Yeah.
Can confirm wood elf is 35.
Yeah, it is what elf? Yeah.
Oh wow, Tabaxi's 30. Weird.
What? I swear to God, Tabaxi was more.
I thought it was too. Weird.
Yeah, I thought it was more because when anything made that one character, like he made a character once that was literally just made to be fast, and he made it Tabaxi. It was literally Sonic.
However, Centaur's movement is 40.
Oh wow.
What? Well, actually, that makes sense.
Centaurs also have a really hard time with ladders, so
that's true.
Truth.
Straight line, you got it. Vertical movement,
well,
not so much.
Centaur monk though. Let's say you get your slow fall and also spider climb, right?
Oh god, can you imagine a centaur with spider climb?
That'd be
Centaur
sick.
with 8 legs.
I'm just imagining
Never mind.
as far as a centaur spider climbing, I'm thinking hands and the front legs and the back legs and butt are still like sticking
Like
out
dangling?
from the wall. Yes,
Yeah,
that is the image that I'm going with for how that works. It's like, how do centaurs wear pants? Let's have that, figure that piece out.
A level 18, 19, or 20 monk gets plus 30 additional movement. That's 70 movement, and then you have your dash, bonus action
140
dash,
plus Step of the Wind.
Action
Another
surge.
action surge.
I don't think action surge really does anything with that. But
Then you just use your action surge to dash.
to use your action to dash.
And then no, you go do that and take levels in rogue, bonus action, or cunning action dash. Can you do that? I'll bet you can.
you don't really need to, because Step of the Wind is kind of like.
Oh yeah,
kinda action.
right. Yeah. True. It is like that. So I guess you could do that. Yeah. That's fair.
210, and if you take what's action surge, is that level 2 fighter or level 3?
Level 2 fighter.
So
So you be level 2 fighter, level 18 monk.
gotta go fast.
280 feet movement.
I am speed.
If you're spider climbing, this what
Terrifying.
would spider climb? Does that eliminate the half movement for climbing?
I think so.
Now I gotta look.
But I think that's like you have to like stay in motion. Where like if you stop, like you don't just stick to the wall like the slippers make you do. Like you just, if you stop, you fall. I think.
Gains a climbing speed equal to its walking.
But if you, I think the the disadvantage to climbing is if you actually don't have a climbing speed. Just like that works for swimming if you have a swim speed or not.
It's like it's like an anime character that's like running full speed up a wall, except it's a horse. So
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Let me see here. What other classes are really sick?
I like druids.
I like druids too. The druid I played in my friend's game, super loved that. It was a shepherd druid, so he was based on summoning animals and stuff like that. And there's his subclass ability was the spirit, and the spirit has 3 different modes. And there's hawk, unicorn, and bear.
Yeah.
It's bear. Thank you. Bear gives you temporary hit points. Unicorn gives you anytime you heal everybody that you shoot. Like you pretty much heal the whole party and then some. And then hawk makes so you can. Oh God, how does hawk do? It makes so people can like walk away without getting opportunity attacked or something like that. I don't remember. I gotta see that one again. That one's a little.
What are you talking about? Hawk?
Hawk, yeah. Shepherd druid class.
Unless it levels up, it doesn't.
No, it's there's a hawk mode, and the hawk mode.
When a creature makes an attack roll against target in the spirit's aura, you can use your reaction to grant advantage for that attack.
Okay, yeah, that was super wrong. I never used hawk.
I was wondering if like it leveled up with you at all.
No, it's. I don't think it does. It levels up, like you get little features and stuff. Like you get, like in a higher level, you give temporary hit points to the summoned creatures, like outside the bear. I think. Yeah, anytime you summon like a creature, it gets temporary HP without the bear being a thing. But pretty much the way I played it was literally just gold experience from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Bingo cards, by the way. And it was literally just Giorno Giovanna, who is literally just that. Like he's literally just like a nature, like a stand that like brings things to life. Yeah, that's literally what it was the entire time. It was so fun. Like playing as Giorno was so sick.
I can tell you what class I hate the most as a DM.
Do share. Is it wizard?
No.
Really? What is it?
Paladin.
Why? Because the aura.
The aura.
Mm.
As that thing scales up, and it makes it so that way your allies can't be feared or anything like that, and it gives you your +5, your whatever bonus to all your bullshit.
+3, yeah.
Well, it scales up though, doesn't it?
If it scales up, that's insane. Then my paladin character should never have dipped into fire, because that's nuts.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
That would be insane.
I think it's just like a flat thing where like after a certain point, it's like, hey, now you're at this level, and it's like the range of it is a much bigger, and now it does like another cool thing.
Yeah, that
Maybe
makes
it's the
sense.
range that I'm thinking of.
Maybe it doesn't really matter. That the aura is really sick. I love paladin. That was my favorite class for a really long time. I think my favorite class might be ranger, but don't quote me because I'm not sure.
Paladins are also sick, just especially for like how smites really work.
Yes.
About like when you can decide to be like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna smite and do a whole like.
Yeah, if
the burst
crit,
damage on that is like.
Yeah.
Potential is very high.
It really is. I love Divine Smite. It's such a good ability.
I figured it out.
What's that?
I'll confirm in 1 second once I look at your character.
Okay.
Chris. Yeah, that makes sense.
What's
It
up?
scales based on your charisma modifier.
Oh.
So Jen's is +5, yours is +3.
Wow, that's insane. I should get my charisma modifier up.
Yeah, but I believe the what you guys are talking about with the aura, the radius of it does.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's still busted as piss.
18th level, yeah. So at 6th
yeah.
level, it's 10 feet, and then at 18th level, it's 30 feet.
Yeah, Jen was saying in the chat. I just read it. Whoops. Yeah, paladins are so stupid. I think I played a couple of the subclasses for paladin. I played the vengeance one. The vengeance one is really good.
I like devotion paladin a lot too.
Devotion paladin's really cool. I haven't played that one yet. I played the Oath of Ancients paladin. That was kind of fun. And I played that in the Sumo Horrors game. I think that's the two I played. No, there was a third character I made based on Sanguinius. What was his?
The only one I played was Oathbreaker.
I was gonna say Oathbreaker is really fucking cool. I love Oathbreaker. I want to play that one day.
I only played it because I'm an emo bad boy.
Yeah. Well, don't be a poser. What kind of paladin though? Oh, the Conquest. Okay, so I played it with Conquest. Okay.
Jeremy and I had talked about a really fun idea for his character, but I won't say anything just in case I ever get a chance to have him play it.
Okay.
Oh, bad boy Ryan. See, you've been overthrown.
Oh dang it! It's almost as if like I'm not emo at all. Actually,
Something like that.
No, actually, that part of me like it's not. I don't think I'm emo, but I'm into dark shit like very, very easily.
How dark? Like 50 Shades dark?
Yeah, that's pretty dark. Yeah.
So
Nice.
dark.
Serena, what's your least favorite class?
My least favorite class?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really enjoy playing Barbarian when I tried it.
Really?
Oh dang! Yeah.
Smashy for me.
I haven't tried Barbarian yet.
Do you remember what path you used?
I do not remember. It was for a one-shot, and we were playing Dungeons and Doggos.
Oh.
So I was a Barbarian Mastiff. She was great.
Oh, yeah. Love that.
Very good.
Ryan, what's your least favorite class?
My
Barbarian
least-
I only played once, but I did a pretty typical like bear totem, make it basically immune, like resistant to most things, and just hit things really hard. You could talk about your druid, Ryan.
Well, no, I think you had to go to the bathroom, but I said my favorite class was Druid, but only because when I was younger, I was playing games like EverQuest, then with World of Warcraft and stuff. Like I loved the idea of shape changing, like just wild shaping into different animals and stuff. It was awesome. Reading Animorphs and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, that's a good series.
So being able to do that, but when I played, the first character I ever played was a Druid, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do the things that I think it does based off of Warcraft, and that is not how a D&D Druid works, not even a little bit.
Not even a little.
No, I think there was one time where I tried to talk to a tree, and Terry had me roll nature or something like that, and I rolled a nat 1, and
Let's also talk about how you weren't proficient in nature.
Yeah, I'm not proficient
in nature.
Dude, I didn't know how to play the Druid the right way. I really didn't. I want to redo.
Don't you have
redo on
speak
that
with
one.
plants as a spell?
Yes, but I don't think I even had it prepared. I was just like, I want to like. It was my first foray into Dungeons and
Oh.
Dragons.
I think, shit. One of the subclasses can talk to plants or animals. No, it's plants. Oh, not plants. It's animals. I think it's shepherd. I think shepherd can talk to animals just automatically. Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure that's the case. So I'm not gonna.
Addition, beast can understand your speech. You gain the ability to decipher their noises and emotion.
Yeah. Something like that.
That's
I don't
really
know.
sick.
I don't know what my least favorite class is. I don't know.
It's very sick. Being able to just like talk to animals.
Is it? Shit. I don't know.
But anyways, I tried to speak with the tree, and Terry like narrated it in such a way, and then when I snapped out of my little trance state, part of my finger was stuck in the tree, and I broke it off. and it was fused into the tree itself. So I think I was missing my pinky.
Oh no.
Whoops.
That realization, I just remember as we were all just screaming at the table, just like, as you pull your hand out, your pinky's gone, it's like, oh no!
Ah, you know, when you don't know what you're doing.
Let me think. Shoot, I really can't think of my least favorite. Oh, you know what class I super love? Blood Hunter. I fucking love Blood Hunter. But that one actually, that's not my least favorite, but that one, like later levels, because I was playing it wrong when we were playing Strahd, the Blood Hunter felt really bad, but it wasn't. It was just my dumb brain not realizing that the damage scales up, so it becomes a D4 into a D6 into a D8, and so on and so forth. And I was using a D4 every single time I used the Blood Hunter's ability to make lightning or lightning, fire, and ice enhancements to the weapons that you're using, like by taking some HP. And I messed that up, and so the Blood Hunter felt weak, and I didn't like it at that point. But now that I know that I'm a dumb idiot boy, Blood Hunter's really sick. I super love Blood Hunter. I also want to try the Blood Hunter one that makes it so you use potions, because potions are cool.
I played a Blood Hunter once, and it was a one-shot that Dane was running. And the idea that I came up with for the character was so sick. And I don't know that I ever want to go back to it.
Why? Which one was it?
I truthfully don't remember. I'm trying to pull up my character.
Probably the
Lichen?
lichen fact,
Yeah.
yes.
It may have been the Lycan.
The Lycan's super cool. The ability to transform into a werewolf is like the sickest thing ever.
It was that one.
Yeah.
Darrell Daywalker Val.
That's super edgy.
That's a whole name right there.
Yeah.
That's a bad boy name.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Definitely
Name.
a bad boy. Wears a lot of leather.
The Drow Blood Hunter.
Probably has a chain wallet.
Definitely
Chain wallet.
He's got
With
Jinko
those-
jeans.
Yeah, the little studs on his belt.
Yeah.
Dumb digi
Entire-
boy.
entire outfit from
Definitely
Hot
has
Topic.
trip pants. Definitely has trip pants. Which, by the way, at Corn on Saturday was the first time I've seen trip pants in the wild, and I couldn't tell you when, and I didn't think they actually even made them anymore.
Hell
So-
yeah.
They're bringing them back. They've become popular again.
That is a sign of the
Scary.
time. That is a sign
Yeah.
of the end times. Like that's like four horsemen are coming.
Before the stream, I was eating dinner and my mom was like, "Do you like Slipknot?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Slipknot?" I was like,
Why?
yes. I'm just gonna we'll skip this. Yes. Oh, they're gonna be in Syracuse.
You should have told her. It's like, I don't tie knots.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. That'd been awesome. You just don't. You're not a troll, right?
Saratoga? I don't remember what you said, but they're playing, I think, on Tuesday somewhere.
I thought that was Corn because I know the Corn Tour is playing. I think at the fairgrounds in Syracuse this coming week. So, but Slipknot might be at SPAC or something.
Maybe I don't remember. No, I was gonna look it up, but I don't really care that much because I'm not gonna go anyways. But yeah, it was very funny. Do you listen to Slipknot? Yeah, Mom. Don't you remember, like, you know, grades 7 through 12? All the clothes I was wearing, all the music videos I was watching, headbanging in the computer room, all the guitars I got. Yeah, I listened to Slipknot.
Oh man. Okay.
Serena, how's the progress?
We're getting down to like detail work. I could show you. Hang on.
Yeah, take a look gander.
Let me swap cameras.
If anyone in the chat has any questions or
That's
has
sick.
anything they want to talk about, let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's hear it. Let's discuss it.
Let me make sure I'm actually in what Ryan has my video as. Nope. Hang on. Let me.
Actually, you know what could be my
Figure this
least
out.
favorite class? Now that I'm thinking about it, it might be Bard. It might be Bard. Not because I dislike Bard. I super love
That
Bard. It's
Scarecrow
just
looks so sick.
I can't get a good look at it. It's not because of your fault though. It's my thing.
Your dumb eyes.
That's it.
It's,
with the mice.
I think it's
No,
because
the
Serena.
screen.
I think it's because your hand isn't in the way. I think he needs to see it with your hand
He
in the
needs to
way.
hang on.
You need to
okay,
shove
let
your
me,
hand.
Oh man, look how good that looks.
There we are. There now.
Let me
It's
just-
perfect.
my
everything
thumb
is
that I'm
better.
using to
Son of a-
sharpen my paintbrushes.
Right.
There we go. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
we're working on the cloak right now.
That was so good.
Really is.
Good job.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Thanks.
I think we're gonna kick Eddie off the paint stream soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
no,
probably.
don't do that.
Bards are the strongest class in the game. Come at me, says Kyle.
I disagree respectfully. I think
Yo.
wizards are the best.
I played, what was that one? Maximilian, the bard, the puppet master bard.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
I love him.
Yeah, that's so much.
I don't know. They have that one bard subclass that can take two spells from any other class. That's pretty sick. Which one's that? That Valor? I don't know.
I don't think about bards.
No.
They
I feel
make
like
it-
you. I feel like you would like bards because you like music, and that's kind of like
Kyle says lore.
yeah. That's just yeah. Just talked about Slipknot for like 20 minutes.
it was like 2 minutes. Also, obligatory Limp Bizkit reference.
Yeah. See. You think Ryan would be a bard?
Oh, Pooch. Pooch says, "Can we kill the wizard, Eddie?"
You know, it's funny. I did see that in the thing. I chose to ignore it.
Oh, I didn't. I wanted to highlight that.
Yeah. Let's go back to that. Let's do that all over again. That whole conversation. Why not?
Why not? Go ahead, run it for
That's
us right
fun.
now.
Do it. Let's go.
No.
So I'll set the scene, and then you just pick up
Fuck.
the pieces.
No, I don't want to.
All right, it's the three of us, and we're staring down the barrel
Oh.
at Gandalf. He has just slaughtered the hobbits.
I think you meant Gandilf. It's Gandilf
Oh yeah,
in this
Gandalf.
world.
That's right.
Oh,
Sure.
sure. Why not?
Does Gandalf know that I pack a chainsaw?
There it is. There it is.
I thought you were just happy to see him.
Oh, okay. That's a little twist.
Okay.
And now we're getting into your 50 Shades Darker bad boy.
All right. I want to make a deck save.
A deck save, okay.
Yeah. Fireball.
69.
Let me pull up my level. Let me pull up my level 20 Pelix character sheet.
What? No.
20.
Good question from Booch in the chat, Ryan. What do you do, or how do you handle when your players go off script?
Oh, I panic very badly. Real bad.
You'd
Yeah.
think that he would like learn his lesson from people doing that.
No,
and
that's
not do it.
Ryan does that in retaliation for however many times that we've done that to him.
I rolled an 8 for a deck save.
Oh, you take infinite damage. You're dead.
Infinite
However,
damage.
I use my legendary resistance to automatically succeed.
Actually,
as Pelix.
Yeah, I'm
Deity
probably
Pelix.
still a bear totem barbarian, so I'm resistant to infinity damage. So I take half that.
I use my robe.
Oh man, I already hate you guys.
I use my
Just
staff of the Magi.
Serena has not said anything yet. Give it a minute.
I use my
Listen, I already redubbed Gandalf to Gandilf, so I think my work here is done.
I need Gandalf to make a DC 21 deck save, as I use some charges from my Staff of the Magi to cast Lightning Bolt at 7th level.
All right. Well, counterspell.
Can you counterspell a magic item?
I have no idea. I don't care. This
I'm pretty sure
conversation's-
it's not how that works.
That's
Well-
it's stupid. I don't care.
It's okay. It's only a measly 46 damage.
I don't. Well, good thing
No
he's
big
at
deal.
infinite
What
health.
a, what a waste of a charge. What was that
Oh,
question?
Oh, 50 Balrogs come in. Rocks fall. You'll
50
die. Sorry.
Balrogs?
Yeah.
Of course, it would be Gandalf that brings out the Balrogs. He went
Mm-hmm.
to fight them, but really what he did was sex them and made 50 children, or I guess
Exactly.
49, and then
That's how that works.
No,
That's how-
Ryan, sexting is illegal.
oh, that's right,
yeah.
not just you, Eddie. See, it's me as well. Anyways, back to the chat.
Oh my god.
Is Gandalf DTF?
Yes.
Probably.
Eddie,
Huh?
is Gandalf DTF?
Sure. Whatever. I don't care anymore. You've broken my will to live.
Eddie, do you know what DTF stands for?
Yes, I.
Okay.
Can you let the world know what DTF
Yeah,
stands for?
it's hold on. It's down to.
Are you googling it right now?
No. I'm trying to think of a wrong answer, and it's really hard. Like wrong answers only, and I'm struggling. Damn it.
It's dipped toe fungus.
The dip toe fungus. That's
There
it.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That
Nice.
Sucks.
Um.
I was gonna say it was Downtown Frank.
Yeah, it's It's domesticated triceratops. Domesticated triceratops. Fuck.
Fornication.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Anyone who DMs for Ryan, how do you deal with Ryan?
Oh, easy.
Good question.
Yeah, I've done it. I've tackled the beast.
So has Dean.
Yeah.
A few times.
Yeah, it's pretty obnoxious. Let me think. Okay, so pretty much what happens is when I DM for Ryan is I'll give him something and then immediately regret it, not realizing the damage I caused. Like for example, when it's like, oh yeah, I'll be a cleric, and we plays fucking Pat, and he's just like, oh yeah, I gave him headphones that can cancel out noise because there was a boss in that dungeon that uses jazz as a weapon. Like he has like magical sax or guitars or something, I don't remember. And it's like if you use the noise canceling headphones or whatever, you get like an advantage against them or some shit. I don't remember. And he was like, oh, I get these headphones. Oh man, okay, I keep them on forever. And I'm like, I am such an idiot. Why did I do that?
Basically, they're like silent casting headphones.
Yeah, exactly.
For just self-target. And I was like, yeah, I want peace and quiet. That was like my character. It was like, I just want silence at all times, at all costs. And if it gets too loud, I just cast silence on myself anyways.
Yeah.
So
He
I
made
just
that
leave these
last.
things on while he's like talking to us with his quest-giving NPCs.
Yeah,
Like,
it
oh,
was.
no, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. He made that last so long. It was terrible. It was like one of the first times I DM'd, if not the first time, and it's just like, great, this is great.
Jeremy says
Yeah.
one does
Brutal.
not simply DM Ryan.
Yeah. One time I DM'd Ryan, and it actually was amazing. And it was the Humblewood campaign because Ryan wasn't being a piece of shit the entire time.
That game was actually really sick.
That
Like
was
that a
really
lot.
sick. That game was amazing. And I wish I could do it again, but that was lightning in a bottle. That'll never happen twice. I wish we streamed it,
I do too.
but that would not have happened. Not successfully. I used a lot of copyrighted music. That would have definitely not
Yes.
flew.
Pat is the one who chooses not to do it.
Yeah, Pat's a piece of crap.
He's the one where he's like, oh my god, my daughter's been kidnapped by an evil black dragon cult, and they're gonna slaughter her in less than 2 hours. And I'm like, oh no, thank you. Maybe you can find someone else.
Yeah, he's the
Hard
type
pass.
of character.
That sounds scary
That's-
and hard.
That sounds a
Yeah.
little spooky and also too much for me to handle. I will be
Yeah.
here reading. Thank you.
No, I'm anxiety. I don't want to do it. It's like that's
Yeah.
literally what it was. It's a piece of
It
shit.
was all of my inner feelings just manifested into Pat. Like,
Yeah,
oh no, thank you. Too loud for me.
yeah, it was pretty whack. I
Oh,
hated that.
you mean you want to go into this dark cave? What was that cave called? Do you remember?
I gave it a really dumb name because what Ryan also does, when Dylan knows all about it too, and Dane I assume knows too, is what he'll do is you'll be like doing something. It's like, oh, you guys go by this mountain or something, and he goes, "What's the name of the mountain? What's the biology of this tree?" Like he's like that kind of asshole. Like
This is why I don't want to stream for you guys on this, or I don't want to DM for you guys on the stream.
because
I'll
we'll
ruin your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll ruin you. Yeah. Yeah, it's like what? It's like, oh yeah, what's the story about this flower? Like, it's like, god damn it, who cares? And so I had to come up with names on the spot, like a
Oh.
lot.
It's the Cave of No Return,
Yeah,
and it
I
was
had
a
to come up with-
spooky dark cave.
Yeah.
Called the Cave of No Return. I was like, oh, what's the name of that again? Oh,
Yeah.
no, thank you.
Basically that.
No, thank you. I'll be out here.
Basically that.
yeah,
Welcome to Edgelord Cave.
yeah. It was literally just like names I came up with on the spot, and like I would look around the room and like come up with the stupidest name imaginable, which it was funny. I actually like come up with names like on the spot because it makes it very stupid. and stupid is my cup of tea. But it would be like every 2 seconds, and it would just be like, oh, what's this thing? What's that thing? And it's like, hey, when's this over again?
See, after a little bit, I got to enjoy that about DMing for Ryan because it gives me a chance to react to that and also to put him in positions that he probably wasn't expecting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what Damien does really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Damien does it really well, and Dylan does it really well too.
Yeah.
Dylan's got really good at reacting to your bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a learned skill, and it's something I do not have.
I'm looking at my notes for your game here, Eddie. One of the last things...
You actually have fucking notes, really?
Yeah,
Oh
of
my
course.
God.
We were playing a campaign. I got notes. One of the last things I wrote was I bullied Eddie into getting a free yellow punch buggy with a license plate that says Bumblebee.
Oh my God, I remember that. That was so stupid. I just wanted you to shut the hell up. I remember now. Because it was a race, and I thought a race would be fun, and we didn't even get to do the goddamn race because Ryan fucking derailed us so hard. Like 2 hours of my life that I can't get back. God damn it.
I don't know. I don't even remember why.
Why? Because you're an asshole.
You were having us do some Dragon Ball Z thing, and I was like, you know what? I want to play Transformers instead.
We were, oh my God.
And that's the face you made when you said, yes, fine, you find a yellow punch buggy.
Yeah. Yeah. We were doing Steel
I also
Ball Run,
received the
which
Millennium Puzzle.
Yeah, but that was on purpose. That was sick. We were doing a game where they were doing the Steel Ball Run from JoJo's Part 7, which is the best part. It was a cross-country race. And,
You mean Rat Race?
no.
A better race?
I remember
Now I'm actually checking my big R card now. He's talking about JoJo.
yeah,
I feel like there's a few things we can mark off now.
you
yeah,
should.
for sure.
You definitely should.
We had the dog barking. I think we had a face palm.
You dab.
Dab. JoJo reference. That's an oldie. I haven't done that in a little while. But that's what I thought. Oh, yeah,
Season
and,
2 we'll have to do updated cards.
there were Dragon Balls, and so the whole point was like, hey, if this ever becomes a campaign, the campaign would be you find the Dragon Balls because I love the Dragon Balls. I think that's such a cool MacGuffin.
Well, we can get back to that one. I can finish collecting the Dragon Balls, summon Shenron, kill Gandalf.
Perfect.
Well,
Flawless
I'll
plan.
run him over with Bumblebee. And also, I can't hear it because my silence headphones are on.
Right. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah, part 7 is the best part. 100%.
So Booch did say, let's go back to the actual question as we kind of sidetracked a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you do, or how do you handle when your players go off script?
I think that's something that you need the improv skills. You need the improv skills to be able to do that kind of thing. And I think it's something that you learn as you go. And that's me. Yeah, like I said before, though, I think that's something I'm very good at when I DM. But I think if, say, the sake of argument, it happens right now. And I was running a thing. And let's say I was DMing, and Ryan was being a piece of shit. And he goes, "I killed a wizard." Let me think. I think the best mode, the best mindset of that kind of thing is if you have a player that's just going out of their way to derail like that, you not particularly punish them, but it's just like, okay, you attack the wizard. Now what happens? Okay, now let's say if they were a good guy or whatever, maybe like the town guards attack the player or whatever because they were assaulting someone. I don't know. I think that is something that you have to kind of come up with on the spot, and you have to have a well-established idea of how your town or world works to know how people will react, which I think hopefully answers that question. It really doesn't, but wing it is the answer.
Wing it.
The consequences.
Yeah.
There's like several things you can do, and I think knowing your material is best way to get ahead of it. If you're doing like a homebrew world and you know sort of like what's going on, the story wise, what's going on. They're going to a new city for the first time, or they want to do something completely separate. Just have like a couple ideas already prepared in your head or written down somewhere for like, potential side quests or plot hooks or whatever. When we went back to playing our first in-game session, it actually happened to me a couple times in the past 2 months when we started playing in person again. Last year when we played the final session before COVID, the players were about to go up a mountain because there haven't been dragons in the world, and they were going to this portal, and it was going to open up a portal to the Feywild where the dragons were going to be returning, so they were preparing for that. And they had to go through this town or the city first, where they had left off was they stopped right out like 20 minutes outside of the city. And inside the city there was two leaders. One of them was more humble and more understanding, more of a people person, and the other one was, lack of better words, racist. And he just didn't like the dwarves particularly because he was trying to claim the city from them, and employed mainly just humans on his guard. And he was just a scumbag and wouldn't listen to them, wouldn't talk to them, and was enforcing martial law. So when we came back after a year, after me having this whole thing prepared and typed up because I didn't know it was going to just stop happening, we came back and I had like a bunch of things written up to kind of segue back into the game. And one of them was to show like, hey, a bunch of people have left the town since you guys have last been here. And you see a guy coming down the road, and he basically was like, hey, so if you're going that way, don't bother because there's martial law going on. He's hanging people in the middle of this the center square. It's just bad. Just avoid it. And what they did, instead of heading up the mountain to go get ready for the dragons, they cast fly, flew directly into the city, and landed right at the manor, calling out the lord there, and basically wanted to just go in and kill this person right away. So in that moment, I had to come up with the entire grounds of the manor, how many floors it was, who's inside, where the guards are, all this stuff, and kind of just wing it. And it was so fun, but it was the last thing that I thought they were gonna do. And that was my first. All right, guys, we're back in it. Here we go. Let's do it. Oh, you guys want to do the one thing I wasn't prepared for?
Yeah.
I think it really depends, and if you like some of it when you think about if is this like a one shot or a is it like a bigger deal campaign, and like knowing where like the micro and macro beats of your story really are can really help allow like how flexible you can be with what your players are doing. Like to Bushi's point, talking about like railroading, like I know this happens a lot with like one shots where it's like, this is kind of the point or like what we're trying to do. So I think sometimes in those instances, it affords you the ability to steer back your players to like what the goal is, or else, depending on what it is. Whereas for like bigger deal campaigns and stuff, it allows a little bit more flexibility in that you, like, even though if they veer off from what you think they're going to do, still keeping in mind how that impacts the rest of the world that you have and what else is really, because the rest of the time still continues and whatever machinations are in place are still going on. So that's something that I've tried to do a lot, is to really like, okay, like, so they didn't do what I thought they were going to do. What impacts does that have on the rest of my story that's in motion, or what plans that my big bad are working on currently? And then kind of loosely, like, as we kind of get back into doing more of that stuff, like bring that up about like, oh, like, so they can kind of see that their actions have like real real weight to them and real consequence. So that way they can be like, oh, like that time that we dicked around and did this, like, made things worse. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I was really, really good, Dane. And I was like trying so hard to like not laugh, but like you're having this like serious like this whole serious like tirade and stuff, and all I can see is like I'm reading the not Digimon Bad Boy like Eddie, and I'm like trying super hard not to like laugh at it. Like I had like
I
a boy
don't know
looking
what
at you.
I don't know what's funny about that. I mean, I'm absolutely not a Digimon bad boy like you are. So it's
Yeah.
just a factual statement.
Not all of us can be Digimon
I
Bad
mean, are you
Boys.
just laughing at me because I'm not on your level? Because that's kind of hurtful.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's it.
Is there anything else you want to share with the class on that, Eddie?
No.
The one
we're
shot,
good.
the one shot thing is a good point because with one shots you kind of want to have them railroaded unless
Yeah, you
like,
kind of have to.
the only thing I can ever think is like maybe you want to set up a one shot and you have this really cool idea, right? You want to play this game out, and then all of a sudden all the players are like, this doesn't sound interesting. Like let's go find something else to do. Then in that moment, like, okay, maybe you have to not railroad a little bit, but like kind of just go with it and maybe change. Like you can take, like if you were to take like a line, right? And the line is like where you start, kind of like your climax point here in the middle, and then like where it ends. And that's kind of like your little one shot. You can take your story beats and just move them to the direction that they want to go. So if you're like, oh, I want to do this whole like a mine, like they're miners. It's a one shot, and they work for a mining guild going down, and there's going to be some creature down there, and they're going to get some loot, and then they're going to come back out and get a reward, whatever. Maybe they don't want to be miners. Well, you can send them out into the world, and instead all of the stuff that was down in the mines is now just outside. Or if you want to railroad them for whatever reason, maybe they're going outside, and so whatever the creature is that was in the mines causes like a collapse, and then they fall down into the tunnels, and now they're where you basically wanted them to be. But there's a bunch of things you can kind of do to be fluid and still run parallel to the story that you tell, or one shot that you play.
One thing I did once was oh, sorry, Dan, were you?
No, you're good. I was just gonna say it depends on your setup. It depends on like knowing your players and kind of like what nonsense that they could very well do, and just the ability just to be flexible and just still kind of knowing like where you want them to end up, but not necessarily making it seem like you're forcing them into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing I've done once or twice when I did D&D with children is I'll be running a one shot, and it's like, okay, here's this dungeon we can go through, and like it was like something like, I can't remember exactly how it went, but pretty much, long story short, they like wanted to do something different, and I was like, okay, you can do that. And then I pretty much like, it was like, imagine like this: you have a whole dungeon set up, right? And they're about to go through it, and they choose not to, and they go through like this house in the cellar. Oh, well, you now that dungeon, you just put that and bam. Like,
Yeah.
Now that house has a huge basement. Weird.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly.
it's funny how that works.
It's like, wow, that's crazy. It's like a dungeon, huh?
Weirdest thing, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
And then the
It's
other
like in
thing I
Skyrim
was,
sometimes when you find those wild houses, we're like, what is going on in this
Yo,
basement?
you know what's sick? Diablo 3 does it a lot, and I like it a lot because you could be like, you start in like the little town area, and then you go through like the I can't think of like the term of what it is, but you get to the next area where you leave the town, you're going to the next little place, but it's like all open world kind of. It's like a huge circular map, and there's like a bunch of creatures in between, and then like a bunch of little things that happen along the way. Does that make any sense?
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
No.
Doesn't matter. Totally doesn't matter. But like you'll be like traveling through, and like you'll walk past like somebody next to a house, and that person's like, hey, I need your help or whatever, and you go over and you go inside, go and kill some things in the basement, and there's like a little tiny flavor side quest that doesn't really do anything, but you get a couple items from it. It's pretty much what you do with D&D. Like you send them out on a main quest, and then you throw your little side quests along the way. I did want to make one more mention of the other thing that Dane talked about, with the other things happening in your campaign that are also causing some effects as they're going on. With the Thursday game, the one that Eddie plays in, they when we started Act 2 of the campaign, right off the bat, they started. I started giving them hints about this wine that people were drinking, getting wine from one of the other cities, and you know, it's on the house or whatever. We got so much of it. Like, here, have some. And like, I started tracking how much they were drinking, because the point of that mechanic was it's infused with demon blood, and the more people in this continent that are drinking it are being affected by it. And I wanted to start something that would just keep happening until they found out. And that's become part of like the ongoing problem is, okay, this has been happening. We missed the mark on that. How do we fix this? How do we get ahead of this? And that creates kind of like an interesting campaign as well.
That's kind of like a point. I was thinking, when you're doing a mystery kind of thing, and you're trying to give the players clues to the mystery, and they don't catch the clues, sometimes you have to try to like present the clues in a way, or give the clues to the players in a way that works, so that way they can try to solve the mystery. And that kind of like is something that like when you're just talking like now, like with the demon blood thing, like you kept on like bringing it up like more and more like as time went on, because just bringing it up once, it's like not gonna be, a lot of times it's not gonna be good enough to bring one up one time, because then it's like, oh yeah, I remember this one time I said it. It's just like, what? No. Like,
right.
It's like that kind of thing, like clues to mysteries and like things like that, where you would need your players to figure out eventually. Repeating that clue or that hint is a good way to not, I guess, not necessarily railroad, but like it would be put them in the right direction you want them to. And I got the thing. Oh well.
Serena, do you have any thoughts?
Well, the game that I'm in outside of Midlevel Crisis is still Luna's Unbound channel or campaign, and one of the things that we have in our campaign, rather than just the players derailing the story, the chat can derail the story by making us draw cards from the deck of many, and they all affect the story in a very random way. So Stella's really, really good at the improv of trying to weave these random good or bad encounters that kind of pop up, or things that kind of just throw random shit. Like one of the cards is we can wish. You can wish for anything. We can also rewind an event that has happened. Other than like the major plot points, she lets us have free reign with everything. So for her, derailing the story is bound to happen every single session, at least one time, probably more. And she's a pro at just making it blend so seamlessly into the story. So I think just like, I know Ryan always says yes but it honestly makes for such a good story, and half the time players aren't really like, they're not too worried about your campaign as a DM. They want to see their characters do cool shit, and they don't really necessarily care about the plot points per se that you've come up with. So just kind of like, as long as you're still having fun as a DM as well, just like let them do crazy shit. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not a real world thing. Just just tweak your story a little.
I super agree with that to a point. I agree with that in the point that making, like, I think the key to having your players have fun is let them do really cool shit. But if you're playing with someone who's a goddamn lunatic like Ryan, and it's just like, oh, you could do whatever you want. Oh, I killed a wizard. It's just like, God damn it.
Sure, let him kill the wizard, but maybe that wizard was an illusion, or, you know, a fake version of the wizard, or it was the wizard's twin brother, and now the wizard is hell-bent on killing you even more because you've slain their family member, or, you know?
See, Serena's clever. That's the thing. We have to remember that, because I'm not.
You are.
Don't, no. No. Let's be real. Let's see. Sam Delph's Revenge.
Sam Delph.
Oh boy.
Nice.
All right. What
Or you
about?
could just be like me and butcher names and force Ryan to try to come up to names that I can't make.
Dude, it is
something else.
Okay, so you know how I put Dylan through hell with like asking him, hey, what color is the inside of this tree? Something stupid, just, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Every single time that I've had Dane in one of my games, I have to 100% sit there for like 10-15 minutes for every single NPC or town name or something to go through the list of things that Dane can make fun of. And if I can't think of anything, then I know I got a good name. And then I throw them on the table, and Dane immediately was like, "Oh, you mean like Sam Dilf?" I was like, "Okay, there it is." Well, cool. No matter what it is or who it is, he's got something.
That's impressive.
I'll never
yeah.
try to explain or
something.
make excuses for how my brain works. It is what it is.
Never
Mhm.
change, Dane. Never change.
Stay gold, pony boy.
So what about let's branch away from characters. What about we wanted to talk about modules? I know we talked off screen a little bit that none of us have really run very many pre-written ones. Do you want to talk about ones that we have run or played in, or as why we haven't played them or why we don't?
Well,
I'm not a strong reader, so that there's a barrier to entry right there. I won't lie, I get super overwhelmed anytime I've cracked open a module and just being like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
Even though, like with running anything that, if you're DMing, then you have artistic liberty to kind of just do whatever, use whatever works or doesn't work for your story. But I think just something about having it's like something actually like written there has been like really intimidating for me. As far as like what I've played, done a little bit of Dragon Queen, Rise of Tiamat, a little bit of Descent to Avernus. Descent to Avernus I liked a lot. The very strong Mad Max vibes of that were pretty sick.
One of my favorite scenes of all of our games we've ever played happened during that Descent into Avernus arc. So good. I don't think I'll ever forget it. That's one of my favorite things ever.
I think it's a story.
You want to tell it, Dane?
Sure. So right after landing in Avernus, we were at Bell's Forge, kind of starting to get like a lay of the land for whatever Pitfiend was there.
Spoilers for anyone that doesn't want spoilers for
spoiler
any reason.
Spoiler a little bit, yeah. So we're getting a little bit of a lay of the land in Bell's Forge, and we start learning about like the currencies that we need to exchange and how like soul coins work and where to get them and stuff. And we had received like 2, I think, when we first, like a couple, and my brain immediately
like 1 each or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
So my brain immediately and I play a grappler, which is a fighter rogue, Goliath. And immediately I'm like, well, we need to make more soul coins. The only way that my character knows how to make soul coins is to fight, because he, unbeknownst to most of the party, is like an underground wrestler. So, and running the forge
like
are
a
like
luchador, right?
Basically a luchador,
okay.
Yeah, but just very large. So, and also knowing that our party wizard had recently gotten Wish, I immediately start sizing up a fire giant that's helping man the forge and being like, yeah, I think I could fight that thing. So,
Oh my gosh.
so somehow I convinced the Pitfiend running the forge to be like, so can we do, like, what can we do to get more soul coins? Like, can I wrestle that fire giant? And if we win, get more. And our team at the time was just like, sure. So as we're going down, I convince for the second time of our wizard casting Wish to be like, hey, can you just cast Enlarge on me? Just to get me 1 size bigger to make this a little bit easier. And yeah, I proceeded to WWE style wrestle and grapple a fire giant, coupled with a lot of really good rolls on my end and a lot of very bad rolls on her DM's end. I don't think I got hit once, and I just rocked as shit.
It was so sick.
It was our first session, actually.
Fight.
Yeah, it was our first session in Avernus, And I don't know exactly what Damien was setting up for, so completely just decided to fight club it up and wrestle a fire giant.
1v1 unarmed strike a fire giant to death. So sick.
That is pretty sick.
That's
Damien-
crazy.
Damien was like, yeah, you guys want to get to Avernus and then immediately use Wish? Sure, why not?
Yeah, yes, and
Not just immediately use Wish, you use Wish in a very
For
specific
enlarge.
way.
Dude, oh man, that was so good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
So, yeah,
played
Descend to
those.
Avernus is sick. You can wrestle a fire giant if you really want.
I played in the same campaigns that Dane was just talking about. I do have a question, Dane. Was when Zach was playing, did you play in that with Terry?
Mhm.
Was he running a module or was that homebrew?
That was a homebrew thing.
Was I wasn't sure because I didn't know anything at all about D&D at the time. I think Jeremy was running starter set at the time.
But yeah, that was around that time.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of Horde of the Dragon Queen, the Avernus stuff that we've done, which I think for the most part was homebrewed. I think he kind of went off the book a little bit for that.
The first part of it, I think he did, because he kind of used some of Storm King's Thunder stuff in Rise of Tiamat with a couple other like homebrewy things.
Yeah, we're playing Curse of Strahd with him right now, and it's very, very sick. I like our team dynamic a lot.
Curse of
And-
Strahd is the best module, like I think ever. Every single time I play Strahd, I played Strahd one time through, and I'm now doing it with Ryan and Jen and Terry, and yeah, Strahd's so fun every single time.
I ran the only module that I've ever run was Tomb of Horrors, and that was during COVID.
That was fun though. Like Tomb of Horrors has a lot of like slack or whatever, and Ryan ran it pretty close to what it's supposed to be, and we were like on first try, we almost got through it all. I do not know how. Pure luck, literal luck, and Anthony is a god at breaking the game.
Yeah, he was doing the Gloomstalker fighter rogue.
Gloomstalker fighter rogue, and
Just
he
dumb. It was dumb.
yeah
Like
he
60 damage on the first round of combat.
Yeah.
It's like
he was a monster. His character's name was Stonks, the legendary Stonks. I swear we would have beaten it if it wasn't for Jen. I blame her super hard.
it happens, I guess.
Yeah, well, but Tomb of Horrors was super fun, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is really boring. This is really lame." If you know, like to be careful for a lot of it, and you have to like think outside the box, Tomb of Horrors is amazing. But and that's easier said than done, because Tomb of Horrors is like one wrong move, you're dead. Literally, that's all it takes. It is a lot of its luck. It really is, and like a lot of the traps in Tomb of Horrors is like, if you touch it or go through it, you get sent back to the beginning. There's a lot of them that's like that. Like some of them, they'll change your gender, like a bunch of things to make your character different. Like it's kind of meant to like ruin you and change that, like how you perceive your character and stuff like that. It was built specifically to mess with players who had very, very powerful characters.
So the first edition, no, I don't think it was first edition. The first or second edition.
Or Tomb of Horrors?
Yeah.
I think
It
it's first
was
edition.
specifically designed to have you roll for characters. You would like roll a d20, and then you would get a pre-generated character in the manual. And that was made specifically because it is designed to kill your character.
Yeah.
100%. Like the amount of deaths that can happen just getting into the tomb is astronomical. It's so sick.
Yeah, I love Tomb of Horrors. It's actually awesome. That dungeon really gets a lot of slack for for good reason, but I super loved it. That was one of the most fun one shots I've ever played. If not, I might have been the most fun one shot I played, just because like it's like this overwhelming, like because I knew about Tomb of Horrors being ridiculous. It's like almost like this like giant mountain, it's like there was a lot of height going to how tough it was, and the fact that we got so far in our first try and stuff. It was super like thrilling to get that far, and where like no one else would have probably got that far at all. In that one.
The reason that I wanted to play it was because I was watching a lot of streams last year, and I watched Luke Gygax, who is Gary Gygax's son, for anyone that doesn't know. Gary Gygax created Dungeons & Dragons in 1974, and he play tested Tomb of Horrors on Luke and his brother. So like Melf's Acid Arrow is Luke Gygax's character, and he went through Tomb of Horrors as Melf as like a 10-year-old kid. So he was like killing his characters over and over again, going through Tomb of Horrors, doing all this stuff. So when I watched the stream, he played the first edition module of it, but repositioned some of the traps. So like the first hallway or whatever, like there's a couple things that can happen in the first hallway. He took those and swapped them with other effects from elsewhere in the dungeon. And that way, like if you're going down, you're like, oh my god, I know what this thing does. Not the same thing, you know? So it was really cool to like watch him do that and throw players off like that.
Tomb of Horrors is really sick, but I don't recommend it for most people unless you make a character specifically to die, because you will die. It's going to happen.
I think I had you guys roll for your characters as well, right? Didn't I have you like roll for like what level you were going to be?
Yeah, we rolled for our level. Yeah. And I had the lowest level, I think, out of the three of us. Anthony's was pretty decent, and I think Jen's was the highest. But you said that we couldn't make any level character we wanted. It's just I wanted to go with the role, and I played Elisar Bladeguard, which was based off Lord of the Rings and Warhammer. Which, I mean, honestly, surprise, surprise, that's literally just my shtick. But yeah, Tomb of Horrors is really, really good. I like Tomb of Horrors a lot.
See if I can find like the actual.
I think the only other thing I played module-wise, I know, Ryan, one of the things I did with Damien was that we did a run through White Plume Mountain for a few sessions.
That was right.
That was a lot of fun.
Nice. Do you want? I want to run one day or play. I want to play in Salt Marsh. Salt Marsh is really cool, but the boating system is kind of whack. Like the captain like just does all the decisions, and if I played Salt Marsh, I would want the system to be for boating to be a little bit different, so people get better roles and stuff. And I played in a campaign that was like a pirate campaign before, and I was a cook and a doctor at the same time. That character was super fun. It was not Salt Marsh. I want to do a pirate campaign again. But the thing is, when you choose the captain, it's kind of whack. It has to be something that, like, and we all agreed who would be captain when we played in the thing, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, okay, now this person has power over all of us, and that's not that great, knowing that, like, someone can order you around. I don't know, that kind of limits your freedom, even though it's not the end of the world, you know? It's hard to explain the feeling. But Salt Marsh would be fun to play.
I did not know this, but Kyle said, fun fact, Melf was just male elf because Luke didn't name his character. And in fact, does not stand for mage everybody would like to F. Can't say the F word because my mom watches our stream.
Oh.
But I did not know that it stood for male elf. That's very interesting.
Booch said that it sounds like a good module for a beginner. Yeah, no, I super disagree.
I do agree though.
Really? I don't know.
I was gonna.
The problem is, it's like a lot. I had a really good experience with it, but that was just because of luck. Like I feel like a lot of people, because the consensus is that it's not a fun dungeon.
So here's why I think it's a really good one for beginners. If you play it right, we did it. We did it on
Roll20.
Roll20. So we did it. Separated. I think I would really like to run it at a table because it helps introduce mechanics. It helps you critical think. Like you go through and let's just say like your character falls in a spike pit. The first thing it does is walks and steps and falls right into a spike pit.
I guess. Well, see, the thing with it being a thing for beginners would be is that there are certain traps that does not let you do a saving throw that normally any other dungeon would probably give you that saving throw. And I don't know if that's a detriment or a positive, because as a detriment, it'd be like, oh, this is how D&D is. You could just die out of nowhere. That's kind of whack. But at the same breath, it could be like, because they don't know better, it might be like they're not expecting the saving throw and it won't be as painful as being just annihilated right then and there.
See, I don't know. I feel like being able to show the stakes of a D&D game is kind of important, especially for somebody new.
I think also, I don't know, it might depend also on like what you present your players like for example, like if you're playing the Tomb of Horrors and you warn them that you can just die immediately, like they know what they're going into, then it's not that bad. If you throw them in with Tomb of Horrors like first thing and they don't know that it's like Tomb of Horrors, that's a different story.
Yeah, right. Like I'm not gonna be like, all right, everyone, I know it's your first time, but I'm gonna have a really fun it's a nice little dungeon to introduce you to D&D. It's called Tomb of Horrors. Let's go.
Unless
I think that's a little messed up. But if you
want to lose your friends, yeah, that's a good idea.
I think if you go into it how I did with you and Anthony, I was like, hey, so just so you know, this thing is designed to specifically kill your character.
Yeah.
So just be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Like I think as long as you like let them know, it's pretty much like the session 0 of the Tomb of Horrors, to be like, hey, your character there's an 80% chance it's gonna die. Just so you know.
Another thing about it is Tomb of Horrors is not necessarily, you can be almost any level to be Tomb of Horrors, but I think you would want to be higher level than that. And if you're doing it as a thing for beginners, making them such a high level might be a detriment because it's a lot of information at once. If I guess you could do it at level 3 and power it down a little bit, maybe you can do it for beginners and not like go insane. I don't know. I'm not necessarily thinking Tomb of Horrors is the best for a beginner, unless maybe they did it a few times and kind of are starting to get the hang of D&D. Then you throw it at them. Maybe, I don't know, any dungeon crawl I think would work, honestly, for a beginner. It doesn't necessarily have to be Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah, I think especially just on, like, not even like mechanics and stuff aside, just being able to really pick at your players like actual problem solving skills and critical thinking and lateral thinking, and just trying to like piece together like, all right, like you're in this room, like basically like put your character sheet away, like what would you do to try to like figure this out, and it really like takes some of the pressure off that. And I know Ryan knows I've run one shots like that before, where it's basically giving out blank character sheets and be like, you know, like you don't really know what your character can and can't do at this point, so just try something, really use your noggin and figure it out.
Dungeon crawling and puzzle solving, that is one of the most fun things to do in D&D. I remember when I first started and Ryan had us going through dungeons and shit, and it was puzzles, a lot of it, and that is one of the most fondest memories I have of D&D because of how fun it is. I remember asking him a while back, it's like, we gotta do puzzles again, because I love puzzles in D&D.
The fun thing with puzzles too, and I know Terry said this to us a bunch of times, where it's one thing when you're like writing something down for your players to do and be like, is this too simple or too hard, and like really getting in your own head about it, and being on the DM side of it and like knowing the answer to it and being like, yeah, this is simple, they just have to do this, gets really really separated when you actually put that in front of your players and whatever mindset they're in at the time, and they look at it like, oh, you mean we just have to go up the stairs twice and down the stairs twice? Like, oh, the solution's up down. Like, they'll get that fast. 3 hours later and we haven't figured it out yet. So
I'm reading back to check. I think I misread the question.
That session,
which is my bad.
We played with Terry, was like frustrating beyond belief, but it was so fun because he made it fun. Like, we all together made it fun. Like, all right, so you go up, go down, and then you go back up again. All right, come with me. And like put us in a different room because we were on like a different level of this thing. and it was really cool, like going between rooms in his house to be like, okay, now you're here,
Right.
and then once we got back on the same level again, it was like, okay, everyone chill for a second. What are we doing wrong? And then trying things like, I'm gonna throw my rope into the doorway and see what happens.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't.
there was a lot of that kind of stuff that he
Yeah,
he didn't really know how to answer.
Off the rip, we were like up, down, up. He's like, oh my god, you guys almost got it. And then from that point forward, it was just like 3 hours of us like trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this thing.
Okay, I was rereading the chat just now, just in case. And Pooch said, "What if you do a respawn system?" Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. It's just like until you like get it right. I don't know. I didn't miss the message. I was just not addressing the whole thing. I guess, and like
the only thing I can think of with the respawn system, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the only
No,
thing
you're fine.
with the respawn system is like that would, like, let's just say I run it for you guys, right? You're all experienced players, and I'm like, okay, well, let's try the respawn system. Let's play test that. What's gonna end up happening is like you're just gonna like rush headfirst in and be like, okay, here's where the traps are. Check, marked them off. All right, now I'm gonna try this thing. I'm gonna try this thing. I'm gonna try this thing. You just keep respawning, but not like there's no stakes at that point. You know what I mean?
yeah, like because that's the whole point is like, oh, it's good. It might be good for beginners because like it would be oh, if your character dies, it's not like the let me reread it and see exactly what he said, just in case
I think if that's what you're trying to get out of running like that specific encounter, and like the point is to like learn that kind of stuff, then especially if you're not trying to like beat your players up over like messing up or like doing the incorrect solution to something, I think it could definitely help kind of lower that barrier to entry to kind of really like, figure that stuff out.
I was thinking maybe like a life system like Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
One of my friends was running a campaign where it's a checkpoint system like Dark Souls, where you have the bonfires and stuff, and you respawn from there. That would be kind of cool, and I think that's a cool idea for D&D in general. But if you have, now my point was, because I kind of got off on a little tangent. My point was that like if you're running Tomb of Horrors, why I'm not sure if it would be the best idea for new players is because yes, you like it's a good way to introduce like puzzles and stuff like that, and I think that'd be is that aspect of it would be really good for new players. But the idea of like I don't know, maybe I think it depends. Just the idea of your very first D&D game, and it's just like, okay, prepare to die. I don't know if generally people would want to die in their first session. I think that's kind of a feels bad thing. I don't know. It's kind of really hard to say that confidently because people are different. And like people who were like Dark Souls would be like, oh, hell yeah, I want to be super high stakes, like super high stakes for the character. And like, I want it to be hard. Those kind of people would love that. But like, I'm not sure if it's like your first time learning D&D, yeah, you can learn the mechanics pretty like in an effective way through a dungeon crawl like Tomb of Horrors, but I'm not sure if like it's something that, because you know what it is, it's here, you know, this is the best way to process what I'm trying to say. Well, a lot of the time when people play Tomb of Horrors, it is the feeling that they get is DM versus player. And that's not the feeling that you want to achieve when playing D&D. Is because the DM is a player with the group, and you kind of it's more of a whole party thing alongside the DM. It's not like the DM is against the players. And Tomb of Horrors, for most people, feel like that. And I think that is why I personally wouldn't want to do that as a beginner. I think is how I wanted to process my thoughts there.
Serena, how's this mini looking?
Good? Or shell?
Oh. Anthony just gifted his brother a sub. That's our first gift sub.
Thanks. Wow. How do what do I even do with that?
You see what happens when you don't talk a bunch of shit about your brother? He gives you gifts.
I don't even know how you even I don't even know what do you even do, what that even does.
And
That looks awesome. I like that a lot, Serena.
Go home.
Serena, that looks really sick. Are you gonna?
Oh yeah, you can get a bunch of different. You can respond to them. You get the taste of a bunch of different characters. That actually is not.
Well, I'm gonna address
a bad
that.
idea.
I'm gonna address that in 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Serena, are you gonna put like the fake grass around its feet?
If it was on a bigger like platform, I would, but it's such a small base that I probably won't.
I was just looking at like the color. That scarecrow is so sick. I seriously can't even get over the. That's so dope. What type of model is that? Is it?
I got it so long ago. I think I got it on Reaper. It was just like a plastic one of their Bones minis, I think.
That is so awesome.
So to address the multiple characters, or not multiple characters, but the
yeah, been there, Serena. Nice. Yeah, to the multiple character thing.
So okay, so
what are your thoughts?
Okay, the respawn system. I like the idea for beginners. I do like the idea.
I like that.
I would never say like, you know what, you guys, it's your first time. First and foremost, if your character dies in Tomb of Horrors, I'm not gonna be like, okay, see you later or whatever. Like,
yeah,
one of the first things I said about Tomb of Horrors was in the module, on like the first page, it shows you like the D20 roll for a character. So if your character dies, you would literally do exactly what you guys are talking about right now and roll a D20 and play a new character in the tomb. Yeah. Maybe something happens where like you could either have them start at the beginning and work their way up to the players, or maybe one of the weird little trap rooms has like a portal that, you know, like you throw in a quick portal or something. It's like, and then they fall out of the ceiling and there's a new character there for them to play. Yeah, they can just start right where they left off as a new character with new spells and new items and all sorts. That's kind of what is that's how it's designed. Is exactly that. That's why I do think it's good for beginners. Because it does have that respawn system, even if respawn doesn't mean the same character.
Wait, I thought it didn't have any respawn thing to it, like as intended. Like that's just meant to like.
Let me pull up the.
No, go ahead. Like I don't know. Like that's not something. I wouldn't know the answer to that because I haven't read through it. I just know of like how it runs. In like the horror stories of Tomb of Horror, which is didn't realize. That was a good one. I don't know. I like the idea of respawn system. That way you can try out a bunch of classes and see which one you like the most. But at the same time, it could make if you keep on dying often. If you die a lot, there might be times where people will share the same class, which is not a big deal, but when it's like you have a whole actually, you know what, no, I take it back because I think that'd be great if everyone was just like cleric like, or everyone's ranger, or like that'd be so funny. So never mind, my concern is nothing. I don't know. If I had to say what is the best module though, because I know Lena asked and I think you answered, Ryan, the best module for beginners would be the Essentials kit, because it's specifically made for beginners. But if we're ignoring the Essentials kit and the beginners kit or whatever, one module, I think, because every single module has a little miniature adventure in, well, I don't know if all of them do, but a lot of them have a little miniature adventure that's made for levels 1 through 3. So like Strahd has Death House, and I play Death House and I actually super love it, and that also gets a bad rap.
Death House is fun.
Death House is fun. I super love Death House. It is a little hard, but it's super fun. I love Death House, especially the end. The end is crazy. But I think trying to remember all the little adventures that you get. There is this fan, like not fan, but it's a third-party module thing called the Questonomicon that XP to level 3 is making, that you should check out. XP to level 3 on YouTube, because it's like one of the best D&D YouTubers, my personal favorite. but this is specifically like made for levels 1 to 3, like beginning adventures and stuff like that. And the thing with beginning adventures that happen in modules is that they're very unbalanced a lot of the time, because it's very easy to die at level 1 through 3. Like, let's say your health is like 12 or something. A lot of creatures, their damage output is like usually a d6 plus whatever. So if you roll high, you're like half your health is gone. So it's kind of hard to judge which is the best one. But I super love Death House. I super like trying to think all the modules I played. There's wow, I'm really blanking.
Really quick, I just linked the Tomb of Horrors first edition PDF in the Twitch chat.
Good.
Don't read much of it if you don't want spoilers, but go to page 12 of it over on the side tab.
Is there? Oh yeah.
I'll show you the table that you can roll on.
This one is rolling a new character. Yeah. It's a god among men.
So, for example, roll a d20, a 9.
What is a double 1 icon?
The badge is next to his name and Twitch.
Is a human.
Oh.
So I'd be a level 9 human cleric. With the stats, then you would roll a d20 to pick the items that you start with.
Yeah, but see, would that be too much though for a new player? Like they have to make a new character every single time? Because like I know a lot of new players like really struggle making a character, like especially at the beginning, and they generally use preset characters. I mean, if you have a person that wants to make characters a lot, maybe, and like likes to explore the magic items, but I feel like, again, that's another thing I was saying about Tomb of Horrors as like the first thing is like you usually want to run a really high level character with Tomb of Horrors, and throwing that for someone that's new, like I think the recommended level for a beginner would be level 3, because it's the perfect balance of like not being like you being durable and at the same time not overwhelming someone with the amount of things that they can do. So I'm not giving them magic items stuff too like that. That might, I don't know. I think that would overwhelm somebody. I think, at least in my really dumb boy opinion. I don't know. I think dungeon crawls in general are just amazing to run through for your first time.
Yeah, as far as modules go for beginners, I don't know, because I don't know.
I would say
modules.
I don't know. I think anything goes really, as long as it's nothing too insane.
What's the level scale for Tales from the Yawning Portal?
It's Tomb of Annihilation or whatever. So wouldn't it? I don't know. Would that be? I don't know. I would say, I don't know. Modules that start you off at level 3 are pretty dope. Curse's Rod is the best module, just hands down. I really like Descendants of Avernus because you do some really cool stuff. Salt Marsh is really cool, and I would like to play Salt Marsh, but the boat mechanics aren't great, and I wish they were better.
I think the reintroduction and
Edward.
re-release of Tyranny of Dragons with the updates that kind of needed to happen for Dragon Queen being repackaged with Rise of Tiamat. I think that's a pretty solid thing, because it's like 2 modules worth of stuff. But it's a pretty solid campaign to go through. Like, it hits on a lot of points. Plus, especially at the end of it, kind of like we did with Damien, it can very easily kind of roll right into Descent into Avernus, and then it's like, oh, hey, it's Tiamat again. Sick. You're back. Awesome.
Yeah.
I heard like really bad things about well, not really bad things, but I heard not wonderful things about one of the modules that involves Tiamat. I don't know which one it was.
The original release of Horde of the Dragon Queen came out before the player's handbook came out, and like a lot of the rules were actually like in place, and just some of the wording and mechanics and stuff wasn't really great and was kind of too abstract. But now that when they've re-released it, like packaged together with both of them, they went through and they made a lot of the changes that they kind of had to. So that way it was like on par with what those mechanics really like turned into, and kind of cleaned that up.
Let's see. Which I think another thing too is when you're thinking about running modules for your players or stuff like that in general, you kind of want to go with a theme. I think the idea, I feel like what I'm saying is like, oh, go with a gimmick, but some really cool themes. Like if you like know your players and know what you want to run in terms of like themes, like for example, the upcoming book that's coming out, Strixhaven. Okay, if you love Magic the Gathering or you like Harry Potter, you want to go into a world like that, Strixhaven's perfect. Or if you want to go into like, Vampire Werewolf Strahd, if you want to go through Hell itself,
Checking off werewolves on
having stop. God damn it!
Okay,
Oh no!
That's 2.
Damn it! I'm off guard.
What else you got, Eddie? Do you hate us, guys?
I think I already said that. I'm positive I did.
Sure. I'll mark it after.
Mark it down because I hate you guys. I don't know. I think it's whatever you. I think the best answer is whatever you want to play. Like, what is the most interesting theme or whatever that hooks you into playing would be the most good, safe answer possible without really giving much of an opinion. Because honestly, it is opinion based. Serena, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I was just about to sneeze.
You haven't talked in a while. I think you're really focused on painting.
I'm so focused. One of my favorite modules, not that I've played very many, was definitely Dragon Heist, and that is a low-level module. I think it was like levels 1 through 3 or 4 or something like that. So super easy to get into. We did TPK the first time we played, mind you, but our DM was kind and they let us bring back our characters just with some severe scarring. But that one's really fun, and it goes through a lot of different mechanics to help you learn the game. And you also learn about like currency and making money and stuff, because you can run a tavern, which is cool. But yeah, that one was fun. The first one I ever played was Rise of the Rune Lords with Pathfinder, and that was also the first one I ever ran myself. And kind of circling back to what we were talking about before, like why we do or don't run modules. I don't run them because I get paranoid that I'm not following the story properly. Yeah, especially when like the players are like, my players were all brand new players too. I was a brand new DM, all brand new players, so we were all just flying by the seat of our pants. And I was like, uh-oh, I'm not gonna be able to follow this story. How do I rate it back in? I don't know. So I don't run modules now. I take the idea of one and sometimes the monsters or the loot or magic items or whatever, and then I just run it, throw it in my own story. I don't care.
You brought up a good point. TPKs. What do you guys do in the event of a TPK?
I've never had that happen, so I have no idea.
Depends on what the party wants to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess. Well, I've seen. People...
I might have one on Thursday, so I'm just curious as to know what you want to do.
I guess there are really two answers. It's either stop playing or roll new characters that will be continuing off what the previous characters have done. So I would say, I don't know. It really does, like Dane said, like it depends on what the players want to do. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to collect my thoughts. Sorry.
Kyle just said what I was gonna recommend or suggest for anyone that wants to keep a story going. They had one TPK and they got captured instead of being killed.
Oh.
So that's another good way to do it. So like if they're fighting a bunch of cultists or whatever, and then you have a TPK, well, they could wake up chained up somewhere and kind of speed up the narrative to get to the point and maybe at that point they meet the leader of the cult and question them, hey, why are you here? Or like try to use them as sort of like a tool or a weapon to further the cult's motives, knowing that the players would be too valuable to just kill outright.
Dude, I'm scared to kill any players at all. At one time when I was running, I'm sorry if I interrupted you there.
There you go.
I had a kid play a wolf at work. When I was playing D&D with those kids, and they were trying to do something, and they were like being very, I can't think of the word, like they were trying to go and attack this ring wraith, and they're just like a little baby boy wolf, and it's like, dude, don't. I warned him like a million times. So I had the ring wraith kill the wolf, and he straight up got super upset. So now I'm like, it's different with kids, obviously, but it's like, and I told him, it's like, just play another wolf. There's like 5 other wolves right there. It's not a big deal. It's not even your character, and it didn't matter. Like, he was still upset about it. So killing a character is always something that's scary.
If you ever killed Pat, I would flip the table.
See, that's what I'm scared of. And people's characters die, I'm scared. That's what I'm saying. It's like people like really care for the characters, so I'm always super like scared to kill characters. At least I don't know. At least 9 times out of 10, I'm scared of it. Sometimes the plot kind of makes it like something that's doable, but I don't know.
Dane, we almost had a TPK with Damien's game. We were going to fight that green dragon, remember? And he stopped before, like, at the top of the round of combat and was like, hey, so just so you guys are aware, we are running the risk of a full TPK. If we continue on with this, there is probably going to be a death. If you guys want to try to play it out, we can see what happens and we might just have to roll with it. Or if you guys want, we can kind of speed it up and we can go the whole you got captured, gave up route. And I think that's ultimately what we did, right? Because we ended up getting split up for a couple rounds, and that super sucked because we couldn't get any heals off or anything. And we also had the dragon that was standing outside of this hallway and just breathing poisonous gas down and just getting us no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And then we started to get pincered too, and we had to start going one way or the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did go over that route, and it was cool that he kind of gave us the option to be like, hey, like, so just be aware, like, you super could die right now.
Yeah, and I think that was a very, strong DM moment to be like, hey, so I'm gonna take a second right now to stop, and let you guys know that this next round or two is gonna end up probably being a TPK based off of how it's been going the whole. We can stop for tonight and pick up next time, whatever. I think that's a strong, and I don't think if your players want that, then they'll be grateful that you stop the night a little short just to rebuild the narrative. But if they also want to die in a glorious combat, then let them.
A lot of that's really, if you're DMing, like, do you have your players' trust, and do they believe in you to really like guide the story like that they want to play in, right? So like having a pulse on like what they want to do and like what they think is really fun, or like what expectation has been set for this game, I think really helps spell out that kind of situation. And sometimes, like he did for us, sometimes you really got to pause for a second and be like, hey, like, is this cool, or do you want to do this instead, because y'all gonna die. So
I ran a one shot with Damien in it, and I ended up killing his character. And there was something that happened at the end of the story where I was like able to bring his character back, and like it was a one shot. So in my head, like everyone was a hero. I was like, you're still alive, whatever. And then I messaged him afterwards because I look up to him as a DM, and I was like, hey man, just so you know, I was like, thank you for playing. I was just wondering if you had any like tips or advice for like how I ran things. He's like, honestly, everything you did was awesome. I do wish that you didn't bring my character back though. I was like, oh, I just kind of figured it'd be like a cool little moment. He's like, yeah, I know. I also liked the cool moment of the death though. Like, okay. Well, that was like kind of like a learning lesson for me.
Sometimes I can take away from it a little bit. It's like, there's this moment that led up to that character's death and like how important it was, and then just to bring it back kind of takes the piss out of it a little bit. Like,
yeah, I think I've only killed one character, and then one of the other players was like, I'm gonna go bring him back, and that turned into a whole thing. And ever since then, I think I started to do this thing where when you're rolling your death saves, don't tell anybody, don't tell me, I don't want to know. I want to learn when everyone else learns, and then go from there. And then when the players go to cast that revive, I want to give the option to the player. Be like, hey, do you still want to play the character you're playing? Because you can just, you could not let the revive work. Because sometimes maybe you're just done with it.
I like that too. There's a couple ideas that I've had for how to really play out that side of it, like when death saves start getting sketchy, or when there is like true death, and if a resurrection quest like is in the cards or not, or like what to play out after that. That I think can get really cool. And a lot of that's just about like talking to your player, like, hey, like like my mercer says, like, how do you want to do this, like what do you how do you want to proceed with this?
Yeah.
Eddie hasn't been listening. He's been looking up YouTube things and talking in chat.
No, I was focusing on the chat. I wasn't looking at YouTube things. I just knew. I think I recommended on YouTube. It's just something I knew because it's my favorite channel, probably.
Dylan popped in for a second. I don't know if he's still here or not, but hi, Dylan. If you've gone, hi, Dylan.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say something off what you said, but now it's gone. So because Ryan distracted me, so it's gone. Goodbye. Goodbye,
I
thought.
distracted you, not the chat.
No, because you. Yeah. All right. It could be both. I don't know. Something made my. Goodbye, thought. Something ruined it for me.
So we did characters, we did classes, we did modules. Bad boy Eddie saying goodbye to the thoughts.
Very cool. Yeah, you gotta beat him off with a stick.
Get in line, ladies.
Get in line. That's how. Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions? Pooch, do you got anything you want to address while you have the council before you?
The council.
the mid-level crisis response team.
The response team, nice. Mid-level crisis. What is your emergency?
Hello, one of my players has died. What do I do? Well, laugh first.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I actually was thinking about. Is like, what do you do? Like, what do you think was the best option to when your players are genuinely upset about something in the game or death? Like,
just gotta talk to them.
Yeah,
actually, Serena, I don't even mean to put you on the spot with this one, but you guys do something for Stella Luna's game, right? You guys have the how was that?
Oh, like the safety tools?
Yeah. So for some reason, Eddie is saying when your characters get upset, it made me think of like the safety tools thing. Is there anything that she has for like emotional scenes?
Absolutely, yeah. So she'll put in chat, like in our Zoom chat, separate from stream, separate from like what the public can see. Privately, she'll message us like, I think it's like okay, and then if you answer O, you're good, everything's peachy. If you answer X, it means things aren't so good, like you are actually emotional. And like Stella will wrap things up and like a fade to black or whatever really quick. It will either, depending on the scene, whether it's like we're crossing a boundary, like if it's a topic you don't want to broach, or if it's like an actual emotional scene where a character's died and you're like, I need a minute. She'll like take us to like a BRB screen. We haven't had it happen to our particular stream yet, but it is definitely something that she has available as tools for us to use if we ever do get into that scenario.
That's a nice failsafe.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question, just because one of the things that I've mentioned multiple times, I don't know who at this point, but one of the things that I wish I could do better as a DM would be invoking emotions. I feel like I'm a good storyteller, and I know the rules enough to run a game from start to finish, and an ongoing campaign, obviously, because people still want to continue playing them. But the one thing I can't ever do is seem to get players emotionally invested in what's going on. And I think Boris almost dying was like, I think probably the closest I got.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, it definitely did happen. Like, it was like actually impactful and stuff when I almost died. I was saying to him before, and I said at the table, I was like, my ultimate fear would be that no one gave a shit, and I was wrong. Which is nice, I guess. But I'm also not sure if, I don't know. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if they like okay, I'm gonna drop what I was gonna say, because I'm definitely wrong. But yeah, I think evoking emotions it's a thing that comes naturally and stuff like that. It comes with the scene or whatever, I guess. That's a really stupid, that was a dumb thing to say. That's like very obvious.
Well, but I mean, I'm all for hearing your response, but I was wondering more for what Stella does with her. Just because I know that she has like those safety tools in place for a reason, and I know that you guys definitely like get into that game very much.
I think it's about the DM's storytelling, but it's also about the players being able to like let go and really get into character more so than the DM, invoking emotion. Like, it does help for sure, but it's about how immersed the players are willing to let themselves get. Like, there's a lot of people that play D&D and it's a game. It's just, mechanics and spells and combat and rolls, and that's what it is, and that's fine. That's how they're having fun. But like, for our particular group, roleplay is like the biggest part of our game. So we're all very invested in our characters. We all get very in character. At the end of the last season, our character's deity died, and I think every single player was actually in tears. Like, we were all tearing up at the end of that episode. It was brutal. But I mean, that's also because when we get together, it's really easy. Everybody's got a really good chemistry together. Everyone feels comfortable together. So we're willing to let ourselves be a little bit more emotional in our characters, as opposed to just acting behind a veil,
Yeah. Really quick, I'll let you finish what you were saying, but Butch just said that safety system is over Zoom. How do you implement that kind of thing in real life without a private chat? A lot of things I've seen
Text
are
message?
like color cards.
Color cards.
So you can have like a green, a yellow, or red. So if there's something that's happening, like, you could just quickly like hold up the red card, like, let's get away from this quick. Or yellow to kind of like do the fade to black. Like, okay, I understand that we're treading on some topics, so we'll speed this up and move on to the next scene. So gotcha. having little index cards or something that has like a mark on it or a color, like I said, are good at the table tools for players that want that. And then for the most part, if you're like, for the most part, you're playing with your actual friends. So I would know, like, don't do anything with like bugs. Like, if I do, like, don't go too hard with bugs. Like, kind of say that they're there, but don't go like into detail about it. That way it kind of like gets the point across, and you don't have to go further than that. You get the idea. Eddie, to go back to you, what were you saying about the emotional thing? Sorry.
No, I'm actually really glad Serena, you said what you said, because that actually made it so I was able to process my thought in a way that was very coherent. It reminds me of, because that's what I was. This is not what I was going to lead to. Please don't say
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No, this is not where I was going to lead to. But after what Serena said, I was like, okay, actually, now I can like use this as an example. So
you already made a JoJo reference anyway. So
I did, yeah, twice. Yeah, no. When someone's running a horror campaign, trying to scare your players, you cannot do that without them being immersed. It's almost impossible without them being immersed.
100%.
And I was having this argument with Max, and me and Anthony and Max were talking about this, like, I think a year ago. and we were saying like, it's like, oh, like we were like, I think Max was saying like he was very confident that he could run like a scary campaign, and I was saying like, no, dude, it won't work if we are not immersed. And I'm not saying we wouldn't be, but like you have to go and think of it in the veil of like, what if we're not immersed? Then how are you going to scare us? It's like impossible. And it's the same thing with the emotional part that Serena was saying. That made it really easy to like coherently say what I meant. You have to be immersed. You have to be into it to make it work. If you're not into it, it's like you're not gonna get scared. You're not gonna get emotionally attached to something if you're not in it. So that was the main thought there.
Glad I could help you out, Eddie.
Thank you, Serena. I would have been babbling on and on for like an hour if you were you didn't say me there.
You and Dane might be able to tell me differently, but I feel like the immersion thing really comes down to the DM being able to set the tone and like narrate it well enough to be able to invoke the immersion.
That's definitely a part of it. Yeah, it is a lot of the DM's job to do that. Like it's a two-way street where the players have to be immersed, so has the DM and express what they are trying to show the players in a coherent manner.
Yeah, that's definitely fair to say, because yes, there's some responsibility on the DM side of it to try to set this scene and really like, weigh what's important and what's happening. But at the same time, there's also player responsibility too, to like pay attention, to like be immersed, and even like not being on your phones and like not making dick jokes and 69 jokes the whole time, kind of a thing. Like there's a place for that, but certain times, require different levels of like seriousness, that kind of like. So I think that, to Eddie's point, it's definitely a mutual thing and a two-way street to make that work.
I only mentioned you two because you guys have played in my games.
Right.
I don't know that I can pull it off well. I think
you can.
I think the way that I speak and the way that I narrate scenes and stuff, it doesn't do enough to lend to a intense situation or an emotional.
That reminds me of something that, I'm sorry for interrupting you. That reminds me. Go ahead. Sorry. So you say.
I was gonna say I try to rely on music to help.
Yes, me too. I love using music. I was gonna say. I'm the worst.
Okay, Dane's distracting right now.
No, I'm
just
the worst.
Scratching away. It's all right.
Don't worry about me.
So I'm sorry. Shit. I lost my train of thought.
So I'm not gonna name any names, but in one of the two games that I run weekly, there's always a moment, and that moment lasts for about 30 to 40 minutes, where everyone's just constantly getting up and going over and getting the noisiest snacks possible, and then yelling across the table while I'm like specifically like having this role play moment with one character, and everyone else is like, oh, it's not my turn, let's go get Twizzlers and potato chips, and let's have a conversation about what happened on Monday. And then I may or may not want to light the house on fire and leave everyone inside, but it is what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about. Must be the Tuesday game.
That's like one of what you guys were talking about with like the players too. Like that, it makes it harder as the DM to have an immersive experience if the players are constantly staying out of the immersion.
I think you have to know your players too. I think was what I was going to say, because when I ran Humblewood, and the one thing I was able to do pretty good was use the music in a way that at least got Anthony. He told me like, because of the music I used and like in the way I used it in Humblewood, he was getting like goosebumps and shit, and I actually got legitimately scared just because the music was used in a way that was like actually kind of effective. That's the one thing of Humblewood. Just that one thing. Forget all the rest. That was the one thing I did correctly.
Yeah, music is definitely a big thing. Serena, any thoughts about immersion?
No, I think music definitely is most important. I find like when I was playing at home games, it was harder to be immersed because of, Ryan, what you were talking about, people getting up, going to the bathroom, going to go get snacks, you know, someone's cat is running around in the background or like jumping on the table. I found that immersion has been a lot easier since playing a lot of online games because I can turn off my lights. The only things that are happening are what's on my screens right in front of me. I have no other distractions. I've got headphones on, like I'm not hearing what's going on in the rest of the house. So it's just a lot easier to...
You're not hearing heavy guitar riffs from the other room.
Oh, thank God it's all the way in the basement now. But I find that that's really putting yourself in the right creative space to get you into that zone is very important. And if you want your at-home games to be immersive, maybe set a specific time for people to get up and go get snacks like we do on
Like a quick break
game.
in the middle.
That's a good idea.
Take a 10-minute break. Everyone stretches their legs, go get snacks. They can even chat about what's going on, like out of character. Maybe that'll help. But like, as long as everybody's into it, you know, like, okay, guys, these hours were in the game for the most part. And then, you know, we'll take a break and then we'll do like these hours in the game so that it's not so distracting.
The challenging thing with the Thursday game is they work until 6 o'clock. So we don't start until 6:30, and then we only play until 9 as a hard cutoff. So we already have a really short window. And I feel like if I were to, like, for example, our friend Terry, he's the one that has like that hard cutoff time for 9 o'clock. He's in bed by 9:30. He's asleep before 10 o'clock. Like clockwork. That's just how he works, and I try to respect that as much as I can. And if I were to introduce the idea of like, hey, we're gonna take like a 5-minute break right in the middle, I feel like you might have an issue with that just because of the fact that we have a already limited window, and then we're now taking more time out.
Right, that's true.
And what I think is, like, him and I have had this discussion before, where it's like we play, for example, the Curse of Strahd game. It's a 6-hour session.
Mm-hmm.
You get that first like hour and a half to get fully immersed, and then from that on, it's like really sick. And as long as you stay immersed, that's like a 6-hour fully immersed experience. But if you already have just 2.5 hours, you only have an hour left of the immersion once you're in it. And then if you're taking a break in the middle of that, then the immersion's gone, you know?
Yeah.
That's
it
true.
definitely makes it harder. I think it comes down to, like, again, knowing the players, knowing the table, knowing the time. But I mean, yeah, you gotta have snacks and stuff, and I understand that. That's why I kind of try to keep going. It's just sometimes it's too distracting, and other times it's like, all right, we're gonna wait a second for everyone to like just sit instead of literally throwing Twizzlers across the room over the table.
No, I've never done that.
My God, no.
I'm actually dead ass. I actually don't remember throwing.
Oh no, that's right. You were the one that was catching them.
Oh,
yeah,
well, that's completely different then.
Yeah. Who was throwing it? Was it Anthony?
I think it was Leanna. It was Anthony or Leanna. Anthony, let's be real. Anthony's in the chat. Anthony doesn't even get up. He waits for everyone else to get up and be like, hey, you going over near the sodas?
Yeah,
he can give you one.
Yeah. He does that shit. We all do that in the dinner table too. Like
Really?
We all do it at the dinner table. Whoever is the first person to pick up a pitcher of whatever we're trying to drink or whatever, everyone else like immediately like cup in front, like, oh, refill please.
Oh yeah.
We're just the fucking worst. Like it's a nightmare.
Let's
It's definitely a good thing to balance though, because I mean, if you know that, you know, if that's what you're about to walk into for that session, sometimes I think planning a break is good just to be able to like add some structure to, like, you know, go to the bathroom quick, getting something to eat, just so that way it's not happening as much and like actually interrupting the flow of the game. Where I know in shorter sessions sometimes it's kind of tough to plan that out without like really pulling everyone out like once you start getting going. But again, it depends on the game, it depends on how long the session is, depends on your group and like what everyone's like coming into it with and can actually like do with it.
So maybe for the Thursday game, I will just be like, all right, this is a good place to take like a 2-minute break. Not like a full 5, not a full 10. Just like, get up, grab your snacks, sit back down, go pee if you have to, and then we'll jump right back into it.
One thing I was thinking. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Did you want to finish your thought? I've been interrupting you all fucking night.
That's all right.
I'm just the worst.
You're a chatty Cathy. I get it.
I am really chatty today. I'm sorry.
Just a bad boy.
Bad boy don't follow no rules of convo.
Sorry. I'm sorry. if I interrupt again, just kill me. Just kill me on my character.
IRL.
Yeah. Sorry. I was gonna say, when you were saying that it bothered you so much, I actually didn't even know it bothered you that much. Like, I didn't even think of it as a thing at all. I was saying like, not to blast you, but I was gonna say maybe like communication of like, it's like, hey guys, I feel like maybe you do say that because I'm thinking about it. It's like I feel like that's something you would say. So it's like it's not something that happened.
Definitely do.
Yeah.
And you know what I get? Okay, yeah.
Not.
Were you being serious? Yo, hang on. Let me read I'm gonna read out loud the text message that I sent to you guys specifically a couple weeks ago. Ready? Let me go ahead and pull this bad boy up.
I was say it's like, wait a minute. Like maybe he does, and I'm just not understanding that it's actually real.
Sounds like a you thing, bad boy.
All right, I said, reminder, we have a 9 o'clock cutoff. Let's avoid as many of our distractions as possible. I'd like a
Don't
night
remember
where
that.
our narrative play outweighs our horseplay.
Don't
In
remember
the
that.
letters, it's all lowercase letters except for the letters EDDIE, ANTHONY. And then I
Where is
said,
it?
not naming any names or pointing any fingers, just wishing for a fun session. TWINS. So, have been called out in more mediums than I've cared to point out.
Yeah, but being called out's whack.
Talking of a bad boy here.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I think as a DM, I think my biggest hurdle is the immersion thing, and it does come down to the players as well.
You know what it is, Ryan? I got it. Stop giving me snacks.
Okay.
If there's no snacks, okay, I was kidding.
All right, you're right. No snacks on Thursdays anymore. Sorry.
Well, actually, I actually shouldn't have snacks for real because I will get fat. Like for real. Don't give me Twizzlers, please.
So, and then we have, you know, the Webbers, the two twins that are always they're playing the game, but they're also playing their own little side game as well. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I'll explain that. I actually don't. I feel like
sure, I will. Sure.
I feel like I actually feel like you're not wrong. I just need to know the specifics. That way, I can agree with you.
Sure, I'll give the specifics.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I have Eddie and Anthony in my Thursday game, and one of them was playing a druid before, and then he was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna make a new character." So Eddie's character is a halfling paladin. Anthony creates
stop right there.
Anthony creates a new character, a halfling as well, and is the Samwise to Eddie's Frodo. Specifically only for the meme, and that's it.
No, it's not for the meme. It's a good idea.
It's for the meme.
No, it's for character
Because
development.
as soon as it starts happening, guess what? The first session back, did they get second breakfast yet? Or what about 11sies? Or how about...
That is the meme, yeah. I'll admit to that. That's the meme.
Meanwhile, everyone
100%.
else is like, are you guys done yet?
Okay, when you use the word side game, I'm like, am I playing fucking Angry Birds? Like, what?
I mean, you might as well be.
Okay, I see what you mean. Well, you gotta let your boy do the memes, or it's gotta be. I can't have fun, or
I can't have memes and immersion. I gotta have one or the other.
You can have both.
I could be. Ryan, this is a character.
Let me introduce you to
world-building
Sandilf. You can definitely
experience.
have both.
You can have both.
Do you know how many times we say mommy in stream when we're playing with Stella? Like, you can have memes.
You can't tread on my D&D experience, Ryan.
No, you're absolutely right. That's why I let it happen. That's why I fully embraced it.
Yeah, that's right.
because I, unlike some of us, Andy, I will allow you to play your halfling Lord of the Rings fantasy, and maybe, who knows, maybe you will kill Gandalf.
Well, it's a little different when you're shitting on my dreams, and it's a little different when I'm trying to immerse your world, Ryan. I think the problem with immersion is you don't let me give it away too much.
Anyways, what if we played Lord of the Rings also meets Star Wars, and
I would hate that.
You have the Jedi Gandalf and also the Sith Gandalf.
No, just no.
It'd be cool.
No, it
Let
wouldn't.
me get the laser sword. Let me get the sun sword.
Okay, but if we're calling, okay, so if he's Gandalf, right? We've established this.
Yeah, it's
that insinuates that he has a child.
What's Delph mean?
Daddy, I'd like to.
I was kidding. I know it.
Just saying. Maybe you're the long lost child of Gandalf.
When it's not even Gandalf. It's Gandalf. It doesn't matter. None of it matters.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught
None
on.
of this matters. None of this matters. Let's just what I'm about to get. Oh, about to say something I'm gonna regret. Good thing I stopped myself. Oh my god. Ugh.
Gandalf is both Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
What? That's like saying you're like the Rick and Morty character was the Adolf Linkler. It's like you're Abraham Lincoln and Hitler at the same time.
Never seen Rick and Morty. It sounds
What?
problematic.
You're an idiot. Okay. It's like I'm good and evil at the same time. Help me with my duality. Somebody. Oh god. So dumb. Ugh.
I killed Gandalf. The
Good.
Sith.
I don't want
Gandalf
Gandalf
the
to be
Sith.
around.
Live long and prosper.
Oh my god.
Serena,
Oh
have
my
you finished
God.
have you finished your model?
Yeah, I think I'm calling him quits now. Good enough.
Yeah. Show us. Show
Okay,
us.
let me get him off his little stand so you don't see all the
Was there
paint on the
anything
stand.
was there anything was that a blank mini at the start? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
Oh,
we
shit, yeah, brown on
started
it.
chatting, I had started painting
Oh,
him.
okay.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. When you first showed us, it had brown paint on it. I thought it started off with brown paint.
No, he was gray.
That's me, not using my noggin there. Oh my god, that looks very nice.
Oh. What a difference it makes to have like a professional painter on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Awkward. No, I mean, I took a really long break from painting, so I'm a little rusty.
Still better than mine. I'm not gonna lie to you. Better than 90% of the things I painted.
He was fun. Yeah. I wanted to paint one of my cheat minis because I was like, I'm practicing again, so.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
I'm
really
with
sick.
it. Yeah, it's really good.
Eddie, you should do that.
Listen, Eddie's great at painting houses.
He's great. Eddie, did you finish that wizard tower? Oh, actually, Eddie, did you paint that the one I gave you last week?
Not yet. No, it's actually like one of those things that's very easy. I just haven't.
You're gonna wait until Wednesday night to do it.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you
it'll look
finish
like
your
shit.
horse
Of course. Oh, the thing.
from last week?
Not yet. I haven't. I actually haven't painted since last week.
Oh.
I've just been so busy with the mat training and work and all
And
that.
tennis.
Well, the tennis thing, that's for me. That's for fun and for working out.
That's for bad boy.
That's for bad boys. Man. Good at painting houses. That hurt a little bit. Just a little.
Oh, we're only kidding, Eddie. You're
Well,
not
okay,
good
but
at
I
painting.
actually meant it as a compliment because I don't think I could paint houses that good. So you're very good at terrain. Terrain.
Say I'm good at painting in general, goddammit. God.
You're good at painting in general,
No,
Eddie.
I don't believe you now. I don't believe you.
I haven't really seen many of your like full painted like people.
Insecure. I'm insecure
I've
now.
only seen your like
I'm
hard
insecure.
surface model kind of thing. Sorry, that's what I used to. Hello, Andrew. Oh, thank you for alcohol. That's gonna blow up now.
I wish I was competitive in tennis.
Just rolled
sorry.
me a can of gin fizz, but now it's gonna explode.
Next time they paint
tap
battle.
the
Yeah, no.
top.
No, thank you. I will lose a paint battle 100%.
No, but I still think we should do a stream
No,
where we
we
both
should.
paint the same
Yeah.
mini.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get really embarrassing when it's super inferior to yours. I swear to God.
Oh my god, Eddie, you are a good painter.
No,
Relax.
okay, you
You
can
are
think that all you
good.
want. No, okay, well.
This is my palette.
Oh my
Blending
God.
colors.
Oh my lord. Yeah, see, I'll get annihilated. like I think I actually am decent, but Serena's 100% way better than me. Like it's like I can already tell you right now.
Well,
It's
I
like,
appreciate that, but I don't think so.
well, you don't have to think so. All you want. It would be embarrassing as hell. Also, because for something for me to my paint something to be really really good, it takes a lot of time. I need to get super like hardcore into it. The paint streams is not a very good example of my best ability to paint because it has the 3 to 4 hour time limit, where it's like it'll come out okay and not like the things that turn out really good that takes like 2 weeks to do.
Oh yeah, there's miniatures that took me like 7 streams to finish before when I was painting online.
Exactly. It's like oh, new mini for each stream, and I'm just like, I have no idea how the hell I'm gonna make this work like ever.
No, those are like this one was what, maybe 3 hours start to finish. So like the little tiny really ones are the way to go if you want to do new minis every stream. But if you want to do like, people don't care if you carry over minis over stream. Do it, whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's a little bit less interesting if it's like not, if it's like gray beginning, or it's less. It's more interesting if it's starts from 0 to and like finished product at the end. Yes and no.
I think we make it interesting.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of commentary that goes on in the background, so people aren't there just for the painting. But when people come to watch painting streams, they're not necessarily watching from start to finish. They're just watching you paint because it's
true. Fair point.
Chill.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But I actually want to rescind my statement because I do realize just now that we're not even watching me paint because we're just looking. This is what we're looking at all day.
Yeah, we're just looking at your hands. So
exactly. This is literally all it is. So I can't even talk. Like this is. Sometimes it's like this.
When I was painting my mini while I was watching you paint, I was like, Eddie. Yeah.
I know.
I
know. I'm such a clown. I keep on like I'll try to focus on it too, and like try to fix it every single time. It just ends up happening again. Or like last time too, the camera was like on the higher half of the desk, and it, like where I keep the paints, and I didn't even notice until I rewatched it. And I was like, God, I'm the worst.
I just had a thought. You know those like cell phone holders that you get for like your vehicle? Could you get one of those to like put it on your computer screen?
You like the magnets? Or like the actual like clamp?
The magnet, but like the clamp, yeah.
Yeah. You can get them for tripods. Like my tripod's expensive, but you can get way cheaper tripods, and then just like the little phone holder.
Oh yeah, that's what I have.
Clamps on the side, and then each.
Yeah, I'll show you. Hold on,
that's what Eddie has, but the way he does his painting is like it's right, basically like in his lap. So he has to paint underneath it, which is why his angles are always weird. So I was trying to think if we
yeah, you can't do that kind of setup, like that little poor boy setup, and also be stupid at the same time. But,
so like, what I was gonna ask,
that doesn't really work.
Serena, does yours? Can you do like if we were to get another screen here on Zoom? Would you be able to do both cameras, or would that be?
No, I'd have to do one on my phone because I don't think I can log on to Zoom twice. So if we were to do a painting stream, I would log on with my computer with my webcam, and then I would do my face screen as my phone so that I can like direct my webcam a lot nicer.
Got it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should think about doing for you, Eddie, is rearranging for the paint stream, having your webcam be the mini one, and then use your phone and the tripod for your face.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, just swap them around.
Really launch his hand modeling career.
I'm not sure because the camera that I use for up here, this camera, I'm not sure if I can get it stable enough, and also because the wire's loose. If I can find a way to get past that, it's probably a good idea. Like I see the logic.
What do you mean the wire's loose? You have the same camera I have, and you've had it for less time. Why is it loose?
Because it's just like all it takes is like a little like movement, and it's just like it just disconnects.
On the camera itself or on the tower?
No, it's on the tower, like where it connects into the computer itself. I'm saying
try a different plug.
I did. It doesn't matter. I don't know. It's just a little loose.
Glue it in there.
Glue it in there? Are you insane?
Like your webcam's loose, like the little. Like the screw portion?
The USB that connects to the computer is a little loose. So like all it takes is a little like nudge, and it'll disconnect.
Well, don't do that then.
Yeah, don't nudge it.
Yeah, that's why I don't touch it. That's why my whole
you should
point.
You should be able to just angle your camera.
Yeah. Like if you guys look in the Facebook.
There's Ryan's hairy knuckles.
What?
Oh
be
well,
rude.
actually, huh?
Now I've done and screwed. I've done and gone and screwed it right up.
That's
huh?
weird. It didn't
Where's
disconnect.
my air?
Oh, I screwed up too. Oh jeez. Oh well, I think
Screwing
I
everything
fixed
up.
it. Oh well, I think we're fine.
But yeah, I sent you guys a picture on the Facebook chat so you can see like that's what the tripod looks like. It's just like pointing down.
Take a quick gander, huh?
Yeah, let's take a look here.
Let's take
Where's
a
my
quick
glasses?
goose, huh?
Where's my glasses? Where's it? What the fuck? What is that thing?
Y'all on TikTok?
Yeah.
I am now because some idiot friend of mine started a TikTok.
I also have TikTok at me.
All right, what's your TikTok?
What do you think? Oh, you guys don't follow me on here.
Is it
Dungeon
Dungeon
_Dame.
Dame?
Yeah.
I was about to say the wrong answer, but then I thought about it. I was like, oh, you know what? Ryan Reynolds, what? Oh god. Okay, hold on. Dungeon _Dame Nicki Minaj.
Ah, yeah. I want to be associated with Nicki Minaj. Stupid bugs.
Well,
Do you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Do you have 11 posts so far?
Something like that.
With 803 following?
Oh, God. No. Shh. Stop.
Yeah, I barely ever touch TikTok, like, at all. It's, and I'll never make a video, unless I think something, I gotta figure out how to tick the talk.
There
And,
it does that count as talk about something you don't understand?
Yeah, it definitely does. My old man's showing.
Tuck him back away then.
Also think he's laughing at himself. I think that counts for that.
Oh, yeah, it definitely does.
I asked him if he finished my one painting.
I already checked that off.
Oh, you
He's not
did?
painting
Oh,
tonight.
god damn it, you baited me! You baited me!
Since you already said you were too tired to paint tonight, I'm like, well, I'll count that as he's not
Okay,
finished
there you
painting
go.
something.
So then I have bingo. I have Eddie bingo.
Oh,
Damn it.
congrats.
Hey!
I kill you first.
I was one away. I was waiting for you to mispronounce someone's name for a while.
Impossible. I never mispronounce anything.
That's not why there's 2 squares for mispronouncing things on our sheet.
God, there's a fruit fly in here. That's the worst. Oh well.
Did his webcam get unplugged when he was just messing with it?
No, which is
No.
weird.
You tried really hard to make sure
I-
it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, I didn't care at all. I was actually expecting it super hard, and it just did not happen. Very strange. Made me real embarrassed. What the hell?
So, TikTok's great. I might make a personal one just so I can do all the cool TikTok dances.
No, I want to see that on the on the Session Zero one.
We'll see.
You better.
But you got to
the
do
floss.
it in Session 0 merch. Like, you should do
Yeah.
them, but do them in the merch.
She's
Okay.
right. That's the
It's all
only
about
way.
branding.
Give me up. Oh, God, I'm a burpee boy.
Just make sure it gets marked as a sponsored post so that way it doesn't get taken down. Ryan can sue you.
April from
Ryan
the
can see
initiative order is here to say hello. So hello, April.
Hello.
Oh, hi, April.
We'll see. I don't know. I gotta figure out how the TikToking is.
How
Is
does
done.
one tick the talk?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, is there anything else you guys want to go over, discuss, argue about?
Why do you guys hate Ryan?
Here we go. Let's start. Round table. Go.
Okay, I hate Ryan because he makes me feel bad feelings.
Too much body hair. I don't like
Too
it.
much body
It's
hair.
not nice. I'm not in control of that one.
Not enough body hair.
Oh, that's definitely not nice.
Nice. That's
Well, anyway, I'm done.
Can we get Eddie Bingo post in the Discord? We really should. I don't know why that's not been a thing yet.
Okay, I'll figure it out. It's a pain in the ass. The bingo thing. I have to find. I gotta find the website I use, and then I'll post the link and be like, all right, everyone, you can follow along. Just pick one, copy it, save it.
I don't know. This Honestly, it's not really worth it. Eddie Bingo's kind of dumb.
It's pretty fun, I gotta say. I might just like print them out next time so I can have like a physical sheet on my desk that I can like and then I can just show chat. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
No, it's not a bad idea. It's something.
So, if there's nothing else, let's call it quits.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
So thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for the funny stuff in chat, the good times, the great memories, the lots of laughing is what the kids say, I believe. The ROFLMAOs. I appreciate you all for being here. A real quick shout out for the sponsors. April Hill just popped in quick, so thank you for the initiative order and everything that they do. Go check them out on Discord. I'll post everything when I'm done talking. Unless someone else wants to do it, exclamation TIO. You get the commands in chat and Twitch chat, like this one right here. Ready? Exclamation TIO. Boom! There it is.
What's that do?
It does a little pop up. I have something.
Does the thing that it just?
You are.
So if I type in
TIO
if I type in TIO right now
in Twitch.
Wait,
chat.
does it exclamation point TIO?
Yeah.
So if I print that in right now, something will happen.
It should.
Yep.
I won't be an idiot. Oh, there it is.
There's Eddie's obvious question for.
Now, Eddie, do
Yeah.
I'm
Eddie,
still
do-
checking stuff off.
Eddie,
stuff
do
happens.
exclamation badgers.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm learning so much today.
Pressure's on.
Explanation point badgers.
I think he spells badges right.
Oh,
Best of luck.
yeah, I did.
Hey, you did
I
it.
And then do it for exclamation 0.
Spell 0. Okay, good.
Oh, okay, badgers maybe I can see. I can see.
No,
names,
I just
but-
didn't want you to actually just put a 0 there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then do exclamation Discord.
It's not gonna work.
Yay.
I'm proud
I
of you.
did it.
You did it.
I did do the thing now.
Eddie
Which
has,
one's the one that kills Ryan?
Eddie,
Just exclamation point Ryan.
yeah.
We haven't made that
Which-
command yet.
I mean, you guys did something in the Facebook chat that I can't see what you guys are doing. Someone needs to explain.
Oh, I'll show
that
you.
one.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Let's see.
It's the one that.
Hang on. Let me
Where's the
show
one with the bingo
you.
card?
And then we're gonna wrap this up because I need to see.
What are we doing? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's good. That's fun. That's
I
a
missed
fun
it.
thing.
I missed it. Shit.
You can't see it, Eddie?
No, I missed. I was looking at the chat.
Okay. Hang
No,
on.
do it again.
Let me click the button.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. Cool.
Oh, that's good.
That's cool.
Can I have one?
Very good.
I want one.
Anyway, I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you,
finally
Initiative
got
Order. They are a Discord-based community that runs games for their players. Community, I wanted to say for the second time in that sentence for some reason, but they have Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, and then they try to focus more on things that aren't Dungeons & Dragons Pathfinder. So you got your Mork board, you have Call of Cthulhu, pretty much anything, any RPG system you can think of, it's over there. You can go join one of their games. I think Booch joined up. Booch, did you play that game yet? I don't remember if you did or not. I think I asked you last week. I forgot. But while he's answering, go check them out on Discord. Sign up. They have every month they post a whole list of games with different DMs and storytellers, and you can sign up and go play and learn something new. It's really, really cool. It's a lot of fun. Fallout, yes. April runs a Fallout game over on the Initiative Orders channel, I believe every Monday, so go check that out because it is great fun. She's an amazing DM. Please go watch that. I'll text. Okay, so you will let me know. So anyways, the Band of Badgers group, pretty much similar situation there. Also a Discord community, but they focus more with content creators. So if you are a content creator like self or Serena here, if you wanted to go on and talk about painting or your gaming channel or whatever the case may be, Band of Badgers will have you on for one of their multiple games, or even they have a Great British Paint Off, which is a painting stream that they also do on there. So they got a bunch of stuff over there. And the last and definitely least, Session Zero is a Dungeons & Dragons inspired clothing company that I own. just put out a jacket that Eddie is wearing right now and a hat that he was trying to show off earlier but was doing a very poor job. You just have to trust him that it looks cool and you want one. You'll go buy it right now, doing a 13% off for all of October for the 13. Friday the 13th, obviously, didn't have to explain that. But it also works with discount codes, and Mid-Level Crisis is a 10% discount code that you can use on top of it. So go get 13% off and then type in Crisis, all capital letters, as your discount code for 23%. Nope, that math? 23%? Is that right? Dylan, that's not, I don't know, it's something. It's in there somewhere. 10 and 13 is 23, yeah? Okay, you got me question myself here. Anyway, I'm done talking. Don't want to do this shit anymore. See you guys later. But yeah, Eddie, is there anything you wanna go out on?
No, okay. I don't know. No.
You don't want to talk about your painting stream that you do on Sundays?
All right, fine. I'll talk about that. Okay. Next week, me and Ryan hang out and do some painting streams, and I paint. And paint is called Paint Party. I'm the paint, and he's the party. Yeah, it's a good time. Every single time, it's so wild. Every single time, it gets so stupid. Every time, I hate it. Don't watch it.
I think last week everyone watched me eat an entire container of ice cream in about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so
it was. Cool. And I can't remember. We were like, oh my god,
Powerful.
Yeah, and that's when it's powerful.
It's a power play. I'm a bad boy. Ice cream bad boy.
Powerful stuff.
Ice cream daddy.
Let's
what they call me.
Talking about the bad boy thing. I'm getting real sick and tired of that. Oh
no,
man,
that's sticking around. You
no, it's not.
You nailed it.
It was a funny joke. Oh fuck. Okay.
Serena. This is your first time not on the D&D stream, so you have. I'll give you more time than Dylan gives you. Go ahead. Let's talk about it. What do you got going on in your life?
I got so many things going on in my life.
Let's hear about them.
This week I'm starting up my painting stream again on Tuesday nights.
Competitive stream.
It's going to be on my channel and probably a little less ridiculous because it's just me.
Low bar. Low bar.
For those watching, what is your Twitch channel?
It's Dungeon_Dame. That's literally where you can find me all over the internet, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. It's the same handle. I post all my minis on Instagram. It's been very dead for a very long time, but it's gonna start going again. Friday nights I play D&D over on Stella Luna's channel. We play a homebrew campaign called Unbound. It's 5e, but a lot of the stories are based off of modules from the Uncaged anthology series, so that's really cool. And yeah, Sundays I'm here every other Sunday, so
awesome.
Yay.
Dane, is there anything you want to talk about?
No, I'm here.
We started the night with Corn and Stained. What are you doing this week?
Next weekend I'm seeing Slipknot, Killswitch Engage, Code Orange, and some other people also at the same venue in Hartford.
Oh yeah, and he plays a lot of PlayStation video games. Oh yes! Oh, I am obsessed with that. That was very good. Eddie didn't even see it.
Nope.
Oh
what
man,
was
I
it?
love that.
I missed it. I was trying to figure out how to get this Facebook thing to work.
I created one for Gandalf that sends the eggplant emoji.
Yeah, I want to. Is it?
There's the sunglasses for you, Eddie.
I know. I'm trying to figure out why can't see the.
Do you need to
happen?
update Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, do you use the app? Or do you just use like Facebook?
I use the Facebook Messenger app.
You might need to update it.
Let's see.
Do you need to have it open when someone's here? Let me. I never see them because.
No, they all kind of like load if you've been off and people have been typing it. They'll all just like pop up when you open your app.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nothing happens. Let me write down Gandalf, and then nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna look like an actual dingus. Yeah, nothing's happening. I just wrote down the word Gandalf for nothing.
Do you have to do @Gandalf?
Nope.
I don't.
It worked for me.
You're still trying. Wait, really? Does it not work for you when you just type in Gandalf normally?
Oh, no, it changed to Gandalf. All right, we're done. I'm done doing this. I can't do this anymore. I'm sweating. You guys are killing me. I don't remember where we were in our goodbyes. I'm Ryan. I own Session 0. I already talked about it. Doesn't matter. Go check it out. Go buy new stuff. Feywild shirt, Nightmare jacket, black on black, logo hat, and then something else coming up in I think 2 weeks. Keep your eyes peeled. Other than that, I'm done talking. I can't do this anymore. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you all. And we'll see you next Sunday for some more painting. The paint party. And we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I will maybe I'll come with a couple surprises, and I will maybe come up with a way for me to successfully sex Gandalf and kill his brother Gandalf. Oh, it's illegal. Never mind.
Sandal's revenge.
But anyways,
I hate all of you so much.
On that note, we will see you next Sunday. See ya.